Yeah.
Oh, is that all? I mean, we got to talk then, haven't we? You know me, I'm not a talker.
Of course. I don't know. I've asked some women before. I didn't speak too highly.
I give a good effort.
Oh, goodness. That thing's got some twist to it, don't it? Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Uno, duos, tres, cuatro, quinto.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
All right.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Get a reverb behind you.
Welcome to WAGY 107.5 with the Rick and Randy show here. We're here at RS Central High School for KTC Broadcasting, and we are here to bring you the game between the North Henderson Knights and
Heartbreaker.
it was a
is,
3-point game.
It's a 32-34, 2-point
And
game.
then we had we covered the East Rutherford at Asheville, and I think you had down. It was a 4-point game.
Yeah, 40-36.
And East had the opportunity to drive right at the end, and the fourth down play just got sacked.
Yeah.
But they played well, played hard, and it was a good game. And then RS Central was at McDowell, and they lost a close one too.
24-21.
And
yes.
Coach Ryan, he talked to us a little bit this week, and talked to us about how close games. Said there were some unexpected penalties and things that happened during the game that they didn't expect. But that's all about first game of the season.
That's true.
You never know what you're going to get until you get there. So we want to thank you for joining us. We have a list of sponsors that are going to be running continuous commercials throughout this game, and we want to thank each one of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. So
For further instruction over here, we do have a concession stand open on the home side, concession stand open on the visitor side.
column first out of everybody. So we think that this should be a good matchup here tonight. We really didn't know a whole lot about North Henderson coming in here. We've kind of been out of the loop with the Henderson County schools, and because we used to play them when we were coaching.
Right.
And they even after we left their conference, which was the Apple Country Conference, there was just a need that we always knew how the other teams were doing, and we kind of kept up with them. It's just one of those things you do as a coach.
Right. And what we're going to do right now, Coach, we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial and come back with our interview with Coach Jim Ryan from RS Central, okay?
We'll be back with WAGY 107.5 FM.
Cole's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Cole's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Cole's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Cole's Carpet and Flooring soon.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387. Wilson Septic Service, number 1 in the number 2 business.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181. Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City. Vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenboro. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Ellenboro. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
One thing I want to start out with is, last year, you came into a program that's having a rough time, and you wind up going 4-7, and actually, just a few plays could have been a lot better than that, without a question. after last year, what was your emphasis coming in starting this year?
Right. Well, yeah, we had a couple games last year. I think it was the Chesney game and the Hendersonville game. We walked away from feeling like we kind of let that slip away, and and then we had a non-conference game with Cloudland last year. That was a winnable game. We replaced that with Porter Ridge, which is a really good football team. So yeah, in essence, we could have had 6 or 7 wins, but it was a group that was really young, and a lot of times just lack of a lot of general football knowledge. So we spent a lot of time in the off season watching a lot of film and making sure they knew, understood the game of football and how, you got to make your read keys, and that takes you to the play, and kind of different passing schemes and who are reading on each pass scheme. And all that stuff took a lot of time for us. And this year, I think it's just making sure we understand how to go compete on a Friday night. And our week 1 game was a rough one. We went out and competed, but again, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with a lot of penalties. That I didn't expect to have this time around. We're a pretty senior heavy team. All those guys had a lot of experience last year, and anytime you get a really experienced team coming back for another year, you expect to go play at a much higher level and kind of get rid of some of those penalties. So that was kind of disappointing in week 1 to see all that lack of focus, and it's definitely been something that we're dealing with at practice now, try to fix going into week 2.
You had McIntyre last year, and he had a lot of your offense. Did you see that the changes that you did kind of filled that void from losing him with all the production that he had last year?
Right. That's a big hole to fill. He was a big playmaker, and when we needed something, Carlin typically delivered. And yeah, we had Elijah Guzman kind of running as we call him a super back there running the show, and he's more of a grinded out downhill kind of runner that's fine with getting 5 yards in a cloud of dust, which we're fine with as well. We have Jaquise Smith and Elmer Littlejohn, and we had them outside. And I think it's just the biggest challenge there is trying to get them the ball in space. Yeah. Carlin was really, really comfortable and really, really good at running between the tackles and putting his foot in the ground and exploding through that. And Jaquise and Elmer are more of an athlete that's better in space. So it's been a challenge, I think, offensively to kind of find ways to get those two the ball out, get those two guys the ball outside in space. And I think we had a little bit of trouble with that early on, and then later on we started pumping them a little bit more and got them going. So we're trying to come up again with more ways to get, we've got a package where Elmer's at quarterback. We got a package where Jaquise is at running back. And, I don't know if we live in those, but if we have to get those two guys the ball, then that's where we're going to have to go. And I thought that our young quarterback stepped up and ran the ball really well week 1. He's kind of helping out on that whole thing. So it's kind of a by committee to replace a guy like Carlin McIntyre.
Coach, how many starters are you returning on each side of the ball?
Well, we've got about both sides. We've got about 13 kids returning. Some of them play both ways. So on offense, we've got about 8 guys returning, and on defense, we've got about 7.
Okay. So how many you got playing both ways?
We got 5 playing both ways right now.
5, okay.
So looking into North Henderson this week, what would you say the number one thing you need to stop on their offense?
The number one thing is their running back, number 20. He's young. He's a sophomore from what we know, but he is on film very dynamic. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of strength, runs hard, and they like to run the ball to him. And they run a little bit of his own scheme, and there's not a set gap that he has to attack. He'll attack one gap and bounce it back the other way. He's a very good football player. Very impressed with number 20 for North Henderson, and their wide receiver number 1 is pretty darn good too.
What do you see on their defense as far as play areas you can attack?
Well, I think we can attack the outside a little bit. They're in a 3-3 stack, and they run a cover 3 from what we see on film. Their middle linebacker, number 25, really, really good football player, runs downhill, real aggressive. But, they play a little bit of an off cover 3 look, which is, a little bit easier to pass on in certain circumstances, and getting the ball out quick could help us a little bit. So there are some holes in the 3-3 with the cover 3. Running the ball is going to be a challenge this week. I think we like our matchup up front with our O-line, just their 3 down linemen. Their linebackers are really good, but running the ball is going to be interesting. It's going to be. I mean, they fly around, and we watch on film and see how physical they are, and I'm excited to see our guys match that physicality and get after it the first home game of the year. So,
Coach, if anything that we can help you with, just let us know, and we'll be glad to help and everything. If not, we'll see you Friday night.
Drop into your nearest drop-in food store for some pre-game or post-game treats. Cool off with your favorite fountain beverage or try the newest Alani flavors or the new Powerade Extra Sour drinks. Be sure to check with the deli for chicken wings, pizza, and other meal specials. Win or lose, Drop-In is ready to celebrate your team with locations in Shiloh, Sandy Mush, Bostic, and 2 in Forest City. Drop-In food stores, celebrating home team victories since 1981. Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of, or get an outdoor shower for the patio, or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer.
Welcome back to WAGY 107.5 and KTC Broadcasting. We want to thank our pregame show that is presented by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings. Shop Save, be rewarded with your Advantage card.
Also, Stanton Enterprises and McDonald's, locations in Rutherford County, open 24 hours a day, home of the world's famous French fries.
Yes, sir. And we also want to thank Chad Medford for Chad's video service for all the video graphics and commercials. Chad makes our job here in the booth much easier. And if you're getting married soon and need a wedding videographer, call Chad at 828-429-5148. Chad can also convert your old treasured VHS tapes to DVD or a video file. So give Chad a call, and I do. I need to call him.
I do too. That's right.
That's 828-429-5148. And he's up there doing a great job. He talks to us and gives us heads up on what we got going on. We had the Hilltoppers come on to the field right now, and they came in to gracious, I can't remember the song now. But anyway, it's one a lot of colleges used to, and we already did the national anthem, but it looks like we're fixing to do it again, Coach.
Yes,
so we're going to take a quick break for about 2 minutes, and then we'll be right back with Football Friday Night with Rick and Randy.
Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Phil Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherford invites you to head in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months and ask about rebates from $500 to $2,000 on select Bobcat mowers. Or get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com. Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture in Forest City. And with every $2.99 or more purchase, receive a free backpack bundle. And look for the manager's special tag throughout the store and get an extra 10% off. And buy here, pay here at Kimball's Furniture. No down payment and no credit required options are available. The back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture, 207 East Main Street in Forest City. Online at kimballs.com. No matter if you drive a classic or a brand new car or a so-called stump jumper or a tractor or lawnmower, you can always count on Tri-City Tire on Daniel Road in Forest City to keep you on the road. See them for your next set of tires, and they have the new top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art Hunter tire equipment, and they feature fast, friendly service. So if you're feeling flat, head to Tri-City Tire at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, located at 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 on Saturday.
Millwood. Well, welcome back to the pregame show here on WAGY, and that's brought to you by Ingles Markets and Stanton Enterprises McDonald's. We want to thank them for sponsoring this. What we're going to do right quick is go over the starting lineup. Coach, I don't think we got time to do all of them, but I'll do RS's offense, and if you'll do North Henderson's defense, that would be great. First, I have number 1, Jacob Smith, wide receiver. Number 2, Elmer Littlejohn, quarterback. And number 7, Mason Connard, wide receiver. And number 10, Elijah Guzman, running back. Number 14, Rylan Holly, quarterback. Well, I guess they don't even have 2 quarterbacks, but I want to say that Elmer is actually playing he does play some quarterback, but I think he's going to do some running back tonight from what we talked to Coach Ryan. So it looks like the quarterback is going to be Rylan Holly tonight. Number 21, Aiden Swepson, wide receiver. Number 51, Mitchell Rice, offensive lineman. Number 55, Lathan Metcalf, offensive lineman. Number 56, Alex Roach, offensive lineman. And number 77, Keontae Lattimore, offensive lineman. And number 78, Riley Hollifield, offensive lineman.
And for the North Henderson defense, it's going to be Dylan Klannick. He's a defensive back, number 1. Number 5, Derek Williams. He's a defensive back also. Number 8, Josh Justice. He's a wide defensive back. Number 11, Eli Blanton is a linebacker. Number 17, Sawyer Cromer is a linebacker. Number 19, Alex Hubbard is a linebacker. Number 25, Jacob Justice is a linebacker. That's their 4 linebackers. Number 28, Dylan Brown is a defensive end. Number 50, Logan Glaspie is a defensive line. Number 56, Brian Hernandez is a defensive tackle. Number 75, Caleb Thompson is a defensive lineman. 77 is Miles Blanton, defensive lineman. Jaden Cordoba is number 79. He is a defensive lineman. Their kicker is going to be Johnny Soto, which is number 99. Their head coach is Jim Beatty.
So we're looking here at the toss of the coin here as RS Central and captains and the North Henderson captains have exchanged pleasantries. I hope they were pleasant. Or they might have just got some ugly stares going on. But they're preparing to flip the coin, and I think they just did. They're talking first to RS Central's captain, number 55. He has deferred the win of the toss, and now the choice is up to North Henderson, which hopefully they will choose to receive the ball. And because if they don't, I know we mentioned it before. We had that we had that messed up one time. We kicked off twice, but right now, as it is, RS is going to be on our left. They're going to be kicking off to North Henderson, and we're going to get ready here in just a few minutes. We have our sponsors that we have for the quarters is Mi Poblito's Mexican Restaurant. Our first downs is David Norris for District Attorney, vote 2026. Penalties, Carolina Auto Finance. And timeouts, Raymond James Financial. And touchdowns, Fountain Electric. Scoreboard by Raymond James Financial. And halftime show is the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County. And the player of the game is sponsored by Stanton Enterprises McDonald's. We're going to take just a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the start here at the Palace of Football Friday night.
Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming to the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at tricityoutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherfordton and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
Welcome back to the Palace here with Football Friday Night, sponsored by Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. We're prepared here with number 21. It's 23. James Iacovelli prepared to kick. And so here we go. We're getting ready to start the game, and we're ready for Football Friday Night with Rick and Randy here on WAGY 107.5 FM. And the kick is just a little pooch kick. It's back to about the 15-yard line. It's taken by number, I can't see him. That young man looks like if he can outrun this last guy, he's all the way inside the 25-yard line. That was number 5.
Derek Williams.
And Derek Williams, that possibly could be that running back the coach was talking about being so fast. But he's going off, so I don't see him. He's just their kick returner. He returned it inside the 25-yard line all the way down to the 24 is where they marked it of RS Central. That gives the Knights from North Henderson great field advantage here to start the game, Coach.
Yeah, that was real good. That middle wedge was set up perfect.
It was. They got a couple of blocks, and he found the seam, too. So here we go. Snaps back to number 2, and he throws it over the head, but legs got tied up there with the cornerback from RS, and that was number 12, RS Isaiah Smith, playing left corner. And who was that receiver? It was number 2, Coach.
Yes, number 2. That was Aiden Berry.
And he fell, and they threw a flag, and it appears that's going to be an interference call.
Yeah, that's a tough call. It was. They just got tangled up together is what it was.
They did. And he may have put a hand on him right as he
if it's falling down.
Yeah, and so that made it look worse than what it really was. So that gives a David Norris, vote for David Norris for District Attorney. First down. Swing pass out to number 20, and he takes the ball all the way to the end zone on the left side.
Parker Willis.
And that's not looking good for the Hilltoppers right now.
It's not. He's got to score with 11:22 still left on the clock in the first quarter.
So that is a Fountain Electric touchdown, proving electrical services and contracting across the region. So we here now have number, Coach, it's hard for me to see. Is that 89?
I think that's 99. That's the kicker, regular kicker. That's Johnny Scotto.
Okay.
Scotto.
Snaps down, and the ball is up.
And it's good.
And it is good. And with our Raymond James Financial scoreboard, the score is 7 for the Knights and 0 for the Hilltoppers. We'll be right back with the kickoff to the Hilltoppers, and they'll get the ball for the first time on Football Friday Night, WAGY.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingalls Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingalls Advantage card. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Welcome back to WAGY 107.5 with the Rick and Randy Football Friday Night, and sponsored by Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. We have, is that 99, Coach?
Yes, 99, Suto.
What's his name?
Suto.
And he's ready to kick, and he kicks the ball deep, very deep, all the way inside the 5-yard line to the 3, and that is number 1 for RS Central, Jacob Smith. It brings it back to approximately the 25-yard line. Be interesting to see where he marks it, but that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Hilltoppers. Vote 2026.
Yeah, they do mark the 20, 25, maybe 26-yard line, Coach. Is in between there.
They gave him some forward progress there on that. So it is the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Yeah, when he's doing that. So here we go. And the ball is handed. No, he skipped it. He did an option to the left. And the quarterback there, which is, make sure I've got the right, that's Rylan Holly, number 14. He carries the ball for, looks like an 8-yard, 7-yard gain.
7-yard gain, right.
And brings up a 2nd and 3 for the Hilltoppers. And we are in the first quarter. Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant first quarter. Friday night football fans of Mi Pueblito. Now that's a winning combination.
Got a tight end
Holly
right
getting
and
ready.
twins left.
Holly takes snap and shotgun, and he hands off this time to number 1, Smith. And Smith gets some running room over the right side, and he kind of crossed it over. It almost looked like a misdirection play, the way he ran there a little bit. But I don't know, it could have just been a zone right. And they just made it handed off on the left side.
He just saw it open up, I think.
Yeah. But that's going to be a David Norris for help me, Coach.
District Attorney.
I'm getting fumble mouth here. I'm sorry, David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Hilltoppers. Oh, gracious. Here we go. Ollie takes a snap and it's handed off. And that is number
11.
10. It appears to be.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Guzman.
Guzman.
That's Elijah Guzman.
Picks up about about 3 yards on
3
that
yards.
one.
That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, they're running a zone scheme right now as far as zone reads, what they're running right now.
Yes, sir. And they're looking at a 3-man front, and it looks like a kind of
the old 3-5 look.
Yeah, 4 to 5 underneath. Jamming underneath on the other side.
Oh,
that's
good run.
Smith around the right side. He's off to the races, baby. He's taking that thing all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
That is a Fountain Electric touchdown. They're also offering Fountain Auto and much more at fountainelectric.com.
That's Jacob Smith. We're going to prepare here for the extra point. We have number 23 here for the Hilltoppers, James Iacovelli. And I hope I'm not butchering that, because if I am, I apologize. Snap down, and the kick is up, and it is good. That has tied the score, and that's from the Raymond James Financial scoreboard. So we'll be back after the break with the score tied 7-7
at 9:03 in the first quarter.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
Hey, welcome back to the Palace here at RS Central High School. We are here with WAGY 107.5, and we're preparing for the Hilltoppers to kick off. And that's Iacovelli putting teeing the ball up. And let's see how deep he can get this one, Coach. He got about the 15-yard line. But we paid attention last week, and as each kickoff was, it got stronger and stronger.
Right.
More practice. And the kick is up, and it was a little short pooch kick. It goes to number 5, who takes it all the way to the 40-yard line, and that's where it's going to be marked, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Knights.
That was
from North Henderson.
Number 5, Williams.
So as the Knights take over, they're going to see if they can get something going again on offense, but the Hilltoppers are going to see if they can't tighten that defense up and get a stop. It's kind of been all offensive right now, Coach.
Yes.
Here we go.
There's the slant again.
It is a pass. And
great job.
It was thrown behind the intended receiver, but the thing is that the defender over there, the left cornerback, and I think that was the same young man that had the incident with the interference.
Yeah, Isaiah Smith.
Yeah, and Smith, he never gave up, and he stayed with the ball, and he broke it up at the last second because that could have been a touchdown, Coach.
Definitely.
So here, that brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Snap back and hand it off. And he carries it for approximately about 8 or 9 yards. And they're going to mark it at 9. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. That was a big play right there, Coach.
Definitely was. Good little trap play underneath.
So here we go. The Hilltoppers, they're playing a 4-man front. As they're breaking the huddle, which is, like I say, an odd thing today. We got a slot to the right, split to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off to number 20, and he is off to the races, sir. That young man, he was right. He is fast. That young man, number 20, Coach.
That's Parker Willis.
Parker Willis, he's got some wheels, Coach. He took it all the way to the house, and that's going to make the score now 13-7 in favor of the North Henderson. So we're going to have the kicker come on and attempt the extra point. And that was a Fountain Electric touchdown. Sometimes we go to sleep. I'm sorry. But here we go. Ball's down, and it is up, and it is good. And that was another Fountain Electric point. So we have a tie score here from the Raymond James Financial scoreboard. And in the first quarter, we have how much time?
8 minutes left.
8 minutes remaining in the Mi Poblito Mexican restaurant first quarter. We'll be right back.
Blue 42! Blue 42! Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage and agents there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout? Not even in our vocabulary.
Rutherford County Farm Bureau is at 153 Reservation Drive, Spindale. Call 828-287-2428.
Welcome back to RS Central High School with WAGY 107.5 FM, and we're preparing here for the kicker for North Henderson. What's his name, Coach? Tell me.
North Henderson kicker is Johnny Soto.
Soto preparing to kick off. And, you know, sometimes they sink in, and I remember them every time, but this is not working tonight. Old brain's dead. And that ball goes all the way back to the 11-yard line, and that is taken, looks like, by Smith again. And he takes it up all the way to the 32, 31 or 32. So that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down again for the Hilltoppers. So we'll see what they have in the bag here with the offense. It's been like a racetrack so
defensive
far.
battle, Coach. Defensive battle.
Real defensive battle. As we say, the score is 14-7. Raymond James, we thank them for the scoreboard. And that was a keep by Holly, and he's off to the races down the right side across the 50-yard line. That's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney. First down. 2026. Paid for by David Norris.
46-yard line going in.
Of North Henderson's 46-yard line heading in. So the Hilltoppers, they're still hot too. So we'll have to see if either defense figures out the other offense. Right now it doesn't seem so. Everybody's hot. Ollie takes a snap. He fakes the handoff, and he options to the right, but he keeps it. He turns out. That was perfect read, Coach.
Oh, definitely.
Because when that defensive end stepped across the line, he just cut it right up under, and he picked up. It appears to be like 6 yards.
7.
7 yards. Yep. 7 yards, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Now you got a plethora of plays you can call now.
Oh, yeah.
When it's 2nd and short. Throw it. Go for the home run. Run it. Trick play.
It looks like
whatever you got.
Open in the middle a little bit right now. Like
got a bit of overload.
Oh, God. Receiver jumped.
That's going to be a penalty, a Carolina Auto Finance penalty against the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, Carolina Auto
We
Finance
missed one while ago, too.
Has your dream car on the lot.
And I'll say, like new super sharp cars, trucks, and SUVs can be yours with a specialized financial plan in order to fit your lifestyle. So that brings the ball back 5 yards for procedure, which is now going to make it a 2nd and 8. Now that changes the whole complexity of the play call. So here we go. Holly takes a snap, but he fumbled the snap. It hit him low, and he had to fall on it right there. So now we're behind the sticks, Coach. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. Yeah. 3rd and 11. And that's what Coach talked about is the penalties, costly penalties at times when they didn't need to happen. And that's 2 mistakes there in a row. One of them was a penalty, and one of them was just a low snap. So we just unfortunate events happening here for the Hilltoppers.
Had an easy 2nd
Now
and 3.
they can overcome that easily.
Oh, yes,
the way they've
no
been
problem.
running the ball, and they haven't thrown it yet, to my knowledge, that I can remember. Holly takes a snap. He fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it, and he does throw it. Complete to number 1, Smith, and Smith carries it across the 35-yard line, which is going to be a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Hilltoppers.
Ball's going to be placed on the 33-yard line of the North Henderson.
That's 1st and 10. Like I said, I don't know. I just had a feeling that they could get that 11 yards.
Well, they'd been running the same play, and that was play action off of it. So they kind of sucked in off of it.
He was wide open.
Definitely. He did a great job getting the first down, though. He had him.
And he made sure he got the ball to him. He threw it a little soft. If he got it to him in a hurry, he might have streaked that down the sideline.
That's true.
Holly takes a snap back. We have a pass, 2 out, and he throws it down the sideline, complete to Smith, number 1, who has taken the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's a David Norris for district attorney. First down, vote 2026.
And the ball's going to be on the 16-yard line going in.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. We want to thank Chad Medford again. Without him, we'd be lost.
Without a question.
So here we go. 3-man front still. I think I might shift to a 4-man front right here, getting close. They're getting close to goal line situation.
There they walk up.
Holly takes it, snap. He's got 2 running backs. Isolation to the left, and Smith takes it with the fullback Guzman leading in front, and he picks up 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Or 6.5, something like that. So it's in that limbo land, in between the marks. So here we go. Holly's getting the signal from the sideline.
Got trips right now. Everybody's right, even the back.
Yep. With a split to the left. Bad snap, and Holly takes this ball. He carries the ball all the way inside near the 5-yard line, and that could actually be another first down for the Hilltoppers.
I think they're going to mark it about a half a yard short, Coach. The way it's looking right now.
Then that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1 for the Hilltoppers. They placed it on the 7.
He's a lot closer to that 5-yard line at one time.
Yeah, it was. I thought he made it closer than that.
I did too. I mean, it should have been within 6 instead of 7 anyway.
But we won't argue that
That's
point
right.
right now. We're going to see what happens. Holly back preparing to take a snap. He looks back to the sidelines and getting signals from Coach Ryan. And he's ready as Smith moves to the left side from the right. Ball snapped up over his head, and he's going to have to fall on it again, but he didn't. And that ball is loose. That ball has been recovered for a turnover. And that's a turnover for North Henderson. They are going to get the ball on, looks like the 14-yard line. Their own 14-yard line, and that is a David Norris for district attorney first down. Paid for by David Norris. Quarterback comes in. He's ready now. The Hilltoppers really need to stop now. Snap back. He hands off inside. Ball number 20. That ball is loose again. And the Hilltoppers appeared to have it, but now they do have it. They give it right back.
That was a good situation there. They had the ball at the 30-yard line. The guy tried to pick it up and run it instead of falling on it, and they almost lost it.
They almost lost the ball. But the thing that I saw is that young man was fixing to take it all the way to the house.
Right.
And somebody came in and hit with his face mask on the ball and knocked it loose, and that's the way it's supposed to be. He knocked it loose. So that's a David Norris for district attorney first down here on the 32-yard line of the Knights from North Henderson.
3 minutes,
Holly's
27
back, Smith
seconds.
to his left. We have a slot to the right and a split to the left. Snap back. Holly prepares to throw, and he does to a wide open. Oh! That was intended for number 21. That was Aiden Swepson, and it hit him in the bad place. It hit him right in the hands. And if he'd have thrown it on his head, he'd probably caught it, but it hit him right in the hands, and it skimmed right off of him. You couldn't be any more wide open than what that was, Coach. Oh, gracious.
Closest thing to him was
He's sick right now. I know. He's sick. But they're going to give him a chance to redeem himself. I know what I would have done. I'd wanted to hide over here. Ball snapped back, but it's handed off to number 1, Smith, and he is out. Could be a first down.
It is, I think, yeah.
That is a David Norris for district attorney first down. Vote 2026. And paid for by David Norris. So the Hilltoppers still in business at the 21 of the Knights from North Henderson. So here we go. With Holly. Now we have a new running back, Avery Smith. And he's to the left, slot to the left. Hand off to Smith, and he takes the ball down inside the 20-yard line, but they're going to mark it on the 20. I think he might have rolled forward inside the 20. So that's a gain of 1. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Hilltoppers. Yeah, they need to drive this in and get this score because they've had opportunity and opportunity.
Right.
They gave it back to them, and that would be. That would be sad if they don't turn this into points.
That's true.
So here we go. Holly back. Shotgun takes snap, and he hands it off to number 1, Smith, and that is Jacob Smith, and he carries the ball down about the 15-yard line.
That will be 2nd and 4.
Yes, sir.
About 3rd and 4 here, 4 Central.
So that's a 3rd down, and we know we're in 4-down territory right now.
No question.
Main thing here is I don't want to put a bad sign on anything, but we don't need a penalty right here. Critical play.
Right.
And we looks like we got a wildcat, and we do. And the ball snaps straight back to number 2, who is Elmer Littlejohn.
Looks like he's going to get up to about the 12.
And he's down to about the 13, possibly the 12.
Central facing a 3rd and 1.
He's down to near the 12-yard line, which is going to bring up a 4th and 1. And they're giving the same set right here. Wildcat set with two H-backs.
Yeah, that's a little nasty set.
And he snaps it inside, and he goes inside the 10-yard line, which is going to be a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Hilltoppers.
About the 9.5.
Goal to go. That's inside the 5, Coach. They took it to the 4. 4.5.
I'm sorry, 4.5.
Yes, sir.
Call it the 4-yard line here.
So here we go. Hilltoppers in business here. They're trailing 14-7 North Henderson Knights. Wildcat back. He faked like he was going to throw it, and then he got inside the 3-yard line, it appears, or maybe right to the 2-yard line. I think it's where they're going to mark it. He scared me there, Coach, because when he stuck that ball out with his right hand, it was dangerous. We want to thank KTC Broadcasting for sponsoring these games and bringing us through there. And they actually own. Ball snapped back over Jacob Smith's head, and now he takes it back inside. He does recover the ball in air, and he takes it back to the 3-yard line, it looks like. So, depends on where they're spotted here. I don't know what they're saying.
Guy on the right's marking at 1. The quarter's fixing to be over with.
Okay. Well, that's going to be the end of the first quarter, sponsored by Mi Poblito Mexican Restaurant.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Poblito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherfordton and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Poblito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Hi, can I get a...
Get in the McDonald's.
Ooh, can I get a...
Yeah, can I get a...
Go, Bubba, go! Pick me! No, pick me!
Hey, can I get a...
10-piece chicken McNuggets.
And what sauce would you like with that?
Welcome back to the Palace here at RS Central High School, where the Hilltoppers have the ball, it appears, on the 2-yard line or 1-yard line. There's going to be 3rd down and goal to go from the 1, and we're here with the Rick and Randy Show on WAGY 107.5 and KTC Broadcasting. We're getting ready to go, and this start of the second quarter.
With Mi Poblito, Friday Night Football fans, Mi Poblito. Now that's a winning combination.
Holly keeps it. Ooh. And he gets hit on the goal line.
Touchdown,
he got it across the line. He got hit hard on that goal line right there. That was suspect. But they threw the hands up, touchdown, and that's going to be a score. Fountain Electric, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. Also offering Fountain Auto, more at fountanelectric.com. So we have our young man, our kicker, and like I say, I'm having to look at that every time. And the ball's down, snaps,
and it's good. With 11:53 left in the second quarter, the score is 14 RS Central, 14 North Henderson Knights.
And we'll be right back.
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hardin Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Stihl, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers end August 31st. Hardin Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
So, welcome back to RS Central High School. As a tie, it has a tie score here, 14-14, as Central is kicking off to
15.
North Henderson, and that's to the 15-yard line, taken by number 13, and the ball got away, but I believe North Henderson covered it back up, and they do. That's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down.
At the 35-yard line.
And we have a 1st and 10. We'll see if the Hilltoppers can figure this offense out. Seems like a lot of traps and little things, you know, kind of against the grain.
Right, yeah. It's almost like zone technique too, because they find the hole. Again, we want to go ahead and thank everybody as far as the Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire as far as being our title sponsor.
Yes, sir. So here we go. Cornerbacks are up playing tight on the wideouts. Ball's back, and he's preparing to throw. That was number 2 who threw it out to the back, out in the flat, and that was to number 10, Mason Logan, and the quarterback, Aiden Berry, threw it complete, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down.
They flooded the zone. They had one guy turned the curl there, and the flat guy stopped with him.
That's a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. They're family owned. Go by and see Darren Vassey and the gang for a great deal on a car or truck without penalty. On Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Got a hold in it, but it's still a first down because there's a holding down where the tackle was made at.
So that does result in the David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Knights. It looked like they were going to do trips, but they didn't.
Well,
now they came back up with their mind. They're hustling real quick. We got a slot to the right, split to the
they got
left.
an illegal formation there too. They got 5 guys in the backfield, but they didn't call it.
They did not call that. That's a 2-yard gain as he faked the throw and handed off real quick. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Knights, and they're actually on the 50-yard line.
That's 50 going in or 50 coming out.
Yeah, it's either way. They're trying to get it to the 51.
Well, they got trips. They got tight end plus.
Here we go. The quarterback takes snap, Berry, and he takes the ball around the left side and gets close to a first down.
Marking about a yard short.
Yes, they are. It's about a yard short, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Knights. Hilltoppers need a big play. They need to break that momentum. Another turnover would be great because we've seen them lay the ball down twice already.
Right.
You know, Hilltoppers did one time, but that was because of a bad snap.
Right. Yeah, as far as ball security, as far as handing off, everything's been good.
That's right. It's looked really good. So we got a slot to the right, split to the left, all snap back, and it's handed off to the running back number 10.
Was it 2? Berry.
No, I think 2 is quarterback.
I'm sorry.
And that was handed off to Logan. Number 10.
Okay.
That is a David Norris for District Attorney first down vote 2026. Paid for by David Norris. Ball's on the 39-yard line of the Hilltoppers. I haven't really paid attention to the line, Coach. Are they getting Zaris getting kind of manhandled by
No, it's more
them?
It's more of a
getting out of position,
angle blocking. So it's kind of just creating holes with it. Right there.
Very hands off.
The end went up too
And
far.
he
Yeah.
takes him back. He may have picked up a yard here. That's the best defensive play I've seen tonight.
Right.
On a run play. That was to number 20 for North Henderson, and that was Parker Willis.
Yeah, the defense, they're running by him a little bit. That's what happened right there. Of course, they only got a yard, but they're running by just a little bit, but they're not getting blown off the ball or anything like that.
If you're just thinking football, you're thinking penetration.
Right.
And
early in the season, too.
Yeah. But when you get too much depth, it takes you out. They don't have to block you. Barry tried to take a snap. He does. He takes a snap. 20 rolls out the other side, but he throws it deep. And that ball is caught by number 1.
That is
Dylan. I can't see, Coach.
Klinich.
Klinich.
That ball went a lot higher than
that
the
was
goalpost.
completed for a touchdown, and that brings the score now to 20 for the Knights of North Henderson. And we have a timeout. That is a Raymond James financial timeout.
Also, the touchdown was a Fountain Electric, providing electrical services for contracting across the country, sponsoring our touchdowns.
Absolutely. And that take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. See Matt and Deacon Bright for experienced guidance for a life well planned. And the kick is up and good, and that makes it 21-14 with how much time remaining, Coach?
8:38 to go before half.
In the second quarter, and that's the Maple Blito's second quarter.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Welcome back to the Rick and Randy Show here on WAGY 107.5 with football, Friday Night Football here, sponsored by Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. We're preparing for the Knights of North Henderson to kick off here, and the score is now 21-7. That's Raymond James scoreboard. I'm sorry, 21-14. Thank you, Coach. And as their kicker, Soto prepares to kick. And the ball is up, and it's deep this time. All the way back to about the 7-yard line, and that is taken by number 20. I can't make that number out quite, Coach. For RS Central. And that was 21 or 20. He won't move his hand so we can see.
First down.
I'm going to give it to Swepson. That returned the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down.
That was 21, Coach.
And that was Swepson, 21.
Yeah, that's going to take off the 25-yard line on the right hash.
So the Hilltoppers need to get something going here. 75 yards to go. And it's a little screen to Jacob Smith, and he is out across the 35, out to about the 36, 37. I think they're going to mark it at the 37. That's a David Norris for District Attorney. First down, vote 2026, paid for by David Norris. So here we go.
Yeah, North Henderson's a little aggressive up there trying to make things happen, so the screen they went twice.
I think the chain crew got a little confused there, Coach. It happened so fast. So. That was a good play, Coach.
Definitely.
That was a good call. They've been getting up the field so fast that we're set up for that. And now Holly takes it, his option to the right, and he turns it up inside, and he's got good running room across the 47-yard line. It appears to be another David Norris first down.
Got it, yes. No, he marked it. He marked it.
He marked it and pointed. That's a David Norris for District Attorney. First down, vote 2026. Holly back, ready to take the snap. We've got a wing back to the left, slot to the left. Coming back in motion, handoff to Jacob Smith. He's off to the right side, and he picked up about 7, Coach. If they give him forward progress, they may mark him at 8.
They're going to mark at the 48-yard line.
Okay. So then that's going to bring up 5. So he actually got 5, and he got 5 to go. So 2nd and 5 for the Hilltoppers. How much time we got, Coach?
We have 7 minutes and 24 seconds.
And I'll explain why I'm having to ask him, because he has to lean way up and look out the window to be able to see what it is. You said 24 left in the second quarter in the first half. And that's the Me Pablito second quarter.
That's right.
Snaps back to Holly. Holly hands off to Smith again, and he's around the left side.
Good
he's
move.
all the way down to the 41-yard line, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney, first down.
Looked like a Darnell Smith move right there.
Yes, sir, it did. It really did. I knew exactly who you were talking about. Well, it's Smith.
It's the
I mean, didn't his kids come to RS? That's what I thought. So here we go. We got 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. They're at the 41 of the Knights. Snap back, hand it off. No, he's kept, and he pitched to Smith, who is across the 30-yard line. That looks like he gained about 11, and that's going to be another David Norris for District Attorney, first down. Vote 2026. Hilltoppers on a first down roll.
Just under, so this is 6.5 minutes now.
Plenty of time, plenty of time. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. We have a split to the right, slot to the left. 2 back set, and both backs are set off to the right. Motion, fakes it, and Holly keeps it, and he's up inside, and he's across the 20-yard line to maybe the 18.
Jet zone
That's
read.
exactly what it
Jet
was.
Zone read. That's
he
unusual.
faked the jet run and then just kept it.
And indeed, that's another.
That's a David Norris for District Attorney, first down. He's getting his money's worth tonight.
Definitely
Vote
is.
2026, paid for by David Norris. So here we go. Got a 1 back set. We got a double slot on each side, 1 on each side. 1 back to the left. Can't make out if that's Guzman. It's 2 numbers.
Got a penalty.
That actually is going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. And Carolina Auto Finance has your dream car on the lot. Like new super sharp cars, trucks, and SUVs can be yours with a specialized financial plan in order to fit your lifestyle. They're family owned. Come and see Darren Vassey and the gang for a great deal on a car or truck without penalty. Lowe's Boulevard.
Yeah, I think they called a timeout now.
I believe they did call a Raymond James financial timeout. So we'll be back in 1 minute. WAGY 107.5.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Welcome back to the Palace. The Hilltoppers here have a first down, but it's 1st and 15 after the procedure penalty. So, and that was a Carolina Auto Finance penalty. Ball snapped back to Holly. He prepares to throw, and he does throw it to Jacob Smith, who has the ball complete all the way down to the 1 yard line, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney, first down. Well, they're still on that roll, Coach. They on first down, they picked up a first down.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, it's a situation right now. Like
First and goal.
The penalties could kill you, but they're not right now. They're
not.
Over.
They're overcoming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, real defensive struggle right now.
It is. Definitely.
So here, Holly back with Jacob Smith, number 1, to his right. Motion back to the left. They ran into each other, quarterback and the motion man.
They were fighting for the ball.
Yeah, I think he was going to do a read, but I think the flanker that was coming across, which was number 21, and that was Aiden Swepson. I think they didn't know which one wanted to keep it.
Right.
So that brings up a 2nd and 1, no gain.
Well, that's just one of the 2 bad things can happen when you're running this read.
Yes, sir.
The other thing is to fumble, and fortunately they just lost yardage instead of fumble the ball.
Yep. I'm glad they held on to it. So
right.
Here we go. Holly takes it and he hands it off to Jacob Smith, who powers forward, and he's in the end zone.
Touchdown.
That is a Fountain Electric touchdown. Also offering Fountain Auto, more at fountainelectric.com. So that's going to bring out the kicker, who's going to try to tie the score here, James Iacovelli. And we're going to see if it's, tell me, Coach, 21-20 right now.
Right.
And that's 14 holding the ball is Rylan Holly, quarterback. Ball's down, up, and it is good. Tie score here at the Raymond James scoreboard, and we'll be right back with WAGY 107.5 FM.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial Management.
Hey, welcome back to WAGY 107.5 for Rick and Randy's show here at Friday Night Football. And that is sponsored by Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. We're preparing the Iacovelli to kick off. And, Coach, it has not been dull.
It's been great. We've got 4 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in the Meepoblito quarter right now.
Second quarter. So Iacovelli prepares to kick off, and it's just been a scoring fest. And he kicks an onside kick, and that gets by, and that is recovered by the Hilltoppers.
They threw a flag.
But that brings out the Fountain Electric. I'm sorry, the Carolina Auto Finance penalty. They had all sides by the Hilltoppers.
Great kick, great recovery.
Man, that was a great onside kick at a great time.
And the bad thing is the offsides was on the other side of the field.
It was, not the side where they went to recover the ball. So that's going to back the Hilltoppers up 5 yards, back to their 35 to kick off. And I don't know, you can double guess and think of all kind of things, but looks like they're changing up some personnel back to their original kickoff personnel. And they slipped them in. They had a lot of starters in there that were fast.
Put all their skill people.
Yeah, and I don't think they were paying attention at North Henderson that their skill people were in there. So now Iacovelli kicks and he pooches it about to the 23-yard line, and the ball's down. He's down right on the 20-yard line. So that's just as good as kicking it in the end zone.
That's right.
Coach.
That's great.
It sure is. That's a David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Knights, and they'll start from their own 20 and have 80 yards to go for a touchdown. And I say it that way because that's all we've been seeing.
That's right. First down, touchdown.
That's it.
I mean, both teams have marched the field. I mean, the kickoff's been to around the 20-yard line, so they've gone 80 yards for counting the kickoff return every snap, except for the one fumble.
Well, we had the fumble, and they turned it right back over, and then they turned around and scored. So, so here we go. We've got Barry back, number 2. The quarterback takes a snap, and he fakes the handoff, and he rolls around and throws it out to number. I couldn't tell you what that number is for nothing, Coach. It's too dark over there. Is that number 1 or number 2? No, it's not number 2. It has to be number 1 for North Henderson.
I think it's
That's
3.
3, Boston Shepherd. He's a wide receiver, so it sure very well could be. It was completed, but it was for no gain. He was actually behind the line of scrimmage, and so that's going to bring up a second down at the 30, just barely over the 30-yard line. I don't know why they still got the first down marker up.
Would ball started on the 20, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
the ball's on 30 now. Yes.
Yeah, I guess he did pick up the first down. So that was a David Norris for district attorney first down again. I swear I didn't think he got that much yardage.
But see, he threw it at the line of scrimmage too.
Yeah,
so.
well, then that was in question whether he was over the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
Yeah, that he might have been a backwards pass. I couldn't tell.
I know. Could have been.
It's a good philosophy though.
Yeah. Yep. Could have been. But now we got a 2nd and 8. That was a 2-yard gain by the Knights. Like I said, it's been so much action, it's hard to keep up with.
That's right. All kind of
number
formations.
2, Barry back for the Knights. We've got a slot to the right and split to the left. One back
with a
offset
tight end
to the right.
Yeah, they still got trips right.
And he's back. He's got a man open in the flat, but he's throwing that ball deep. And that ball is a little short for the deepest man. And to tell you the truth, Coach, number 8 there for the Hilltoppers, that was Hezekiah Joyner. And if he could have kept his footing, he may have got a pick off.
There
right
again, that ball's so high, it's hard to judge how far it's going.
It was. But, I mean, I understand him trying to change direction. He was covering the man, and then he had to try to leave him at the last second. And that was kind of an odd angle.
He was the closest one to it, at least.
He was. So here we go.
So you got tight end right between
3rd and 8.
So they're putting quads over here technically by putting a tight end too.
They do. Now Barry back. He's prepared to throw, and he throws it. Intercepted by number 2 by the Hilltoppers. That is Elmer Littlejohn, and he takes it inside the 35-yard line of the Knights.
That's with 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go before halftime.
That's another turnover in the Hilltoppers' favor. Big play, big play.
We don't have a turnover sponsor.
No, we don't. We don't have a turnover sponsor. So here we go. And we can make that Chad right now. So if we want to thank Chad for his all of his video service, and if you're getting married soon and need a wedding videographer, call Chad at 828-429-5148. Hilltoppers coming out for a first down. That's a David Norris for district attorney. Vote 2026 first down.
First down.
They placed the ball at the 35. 1st and 10.
Two
Two-back
backs.
set off to the right. Same thing that they had before. They hand it this time on the jet sweep, and that's 21 of Aiden Swepson, who carries it forward. Another first down. That's a David Norris for district attorney first down, all the way down to the
20-yard line.
21-yard line. 21-yard line. 1st and 10, Hilltoppers. They've got a string going here, Coach. It's just like on first down, they get another first down.
Or a penalty, and then first down.
I'm probably hexing them right now, but I think about the Andy Griffith episode when the man was in the boat and he went to sinking. Oh, when he caught the biggest fish he'd ever caught. So here we go. We got Holly back deep, and I think that's Jacob Smith to the right. And he keeps it up inside, and he gets hit maybe for a yard loss there.
Yeah, North Henderson played that well.
They did, and I understand why he kept it, because there was a man fixing to hit Smith too, right after he had gotten it.
And he couldn't see the guy on him coming the backside.
Because he was looking forward to see what was going that way. They actually gave him back to the line of scrimmage, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And how much time is remaining in the second quarter, Coach?
141.
And that's me, Pablito, second quarter with 141 remaining in the half. So here we go with Holly back. We have Smith, and I'm assuming that's Guzman because I cannot see his number. And as we look there, hot pass to the tight end, wasn't it?
Was it to the flanker?
Well, the flanker this time. And the flanker actually was number 21, which is Aiden Swepson, and he caught a quick hitter that takes him all the way down, looks like the 7-yard line, and that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers.
And it leaves us with 105, 104, clock's counting down.
Okay, and I think they do still have at least one
I
timeout.
know one. I think they might have two.
May have two, yes. All right, here we go. An interesting power look here from the shotgun. Here we go. And Ollie takes a snap, and he fakes it, and he kicks it, and carries into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
38 seconds to go.
That is a Fountain Electric touchdown, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. That's going to give the Hilltoppers the lead for the first time in this ball game. So we have Iacovelli coming on to attempt the extra point, and that could make it 28. If I'm incorrect, I can't see the scoreboard, Coach. I can't see nothing.
So 27, 21. Yeah.
And it's
28.
Good.
28, 21.
That brings it 28 to 21, favor the Hilltoppers.
38 seconds left.
And 38 remaining in the second quarter of Me Poblito's second quarter, and we'll be right back in 1 minute with WAGY Friday Night Football.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Welcome back as James Iacovelli is preparing to kick off to the Knights of North Henderson, and the Hilltoppers just took the lead 28-21 over North Henderson. So here we go, and the ball is kicked, little pooch kick. He kicks it about to the 20-yard line, and that ball's received. That young man is on the run, and that is number 15, wasn't he, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Landon Ashland, and he carried the ball all the way out to the 33-yard line. So that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney, first down for the Knights.
It's time for prevent defense.
They marked it at the 34 because I said 33. So here we go. Nope, he's going to move it back. Oh,
they heard you, Coach.
They heard me.
We know Millwood's right.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. So here we go. Hilltoppers got 30-something seconds there, or close to 30 seconds to be able to hold the Knights of North Henderson and see if they can take that lead into the half. They're running the ball out to number 20, and that young man took it to the left side, and he's still running. He's still running, and that young man took it all the way to the house. I do not see a yellow flag on the field anywhere. So that means that they are 1 point back right now. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown for the North Henderson Knights, and that brings the score 28-27, still favor the Hilltoppers, awaiting the extra point try.
Coach, we just got beat on the corner there.
Yes,
we just
sir.
have contains all of us.
Well, you know, we talked last week about East Rutherford, you know, getting losing contain on that outside and making them have to turn it back in, and they're not getting across and firing and making him make a choice. Yeah. They're having to try to make a choice whether to run in or run out.
Correct.
And they got to set the tone. They got to set the edge, as they say on the NFL. The ball is kicked by Soto, and it is up and good. That ties the score with
28-28 with 21 seconds to go before half.
So we'll be right back in 1 minute with WAGY and with Rick and Randy on KTC Broadcasting.
Kohl's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Kohl's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Kohl's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Kohl's Carpet and Flooring soon.
Welcome back to RS Central High School here as North Henderson has just tied the score on one play from scrimmage, and it was a David Norris first down that they scored that on. And Soto prepares to kick off to the Hilltoppers, and we'll see if the Hilltoppers can return. We only have 22 seconds, did you say, Coach?
Yes, 21.
So 21 seconds remaining in the first half. He kicks the ball deep. That ball is received by, I think that's Elmer Littlejohn. I think it was. Littlejohn takes the ball all the way out to the 25-yard line where he's down, and that's going to be a David Norris for district attorney first down for the Hilltoppers. How much is remaining now in the Maple-Bledo second quarter?
15
seconds remaining. So Hilltoppers can do the same thing. They can take it to distance.
Oh, definitely.
They can.
They showed they
could. Looks like we might be calling a timeout here, and that is a Raymond James Financial timeout. And so we're going to be back in 1 minute with WAGY and Friday Night Football.
Did she go down to get water and stuff?
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
Always.
All right. All right.
Well, over 600, yeah.
Hey, we're back live here at RS Central High School, and we just found out we've got 606 viewers here tonight. So we're excited about the
YouTube channel.
They ended up that the Hilltoppers, they just took a knee and took it into the house. And I know why they did that, Coach, because they get the ball at the right in the second because they deferred. And we just want to thank everybody for staying with us here in the first half. It's been an exciting first half. Nothing but scoring, but the score is deadlocked right now, 28-28, tied with North Henderson. RS Central is. We want to also thank Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire for Friday Night Football here. And we also want to thank all of our sponsors. You'll hear from every one of them here tonight, but we're
right now we're going to take a 3-minute break and come back and talk about the first half of the game. We'll be on the halftime show with Farm Bureau of Rutherford County.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387. Wilson Septic Service, #1 in the #2 business.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City. Vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney. Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenborough. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Allenborough. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
Drop into your nearest drop-in food store for some pre-game or post-game treats. Cool off with your favorite fountain beverage or try the newest Alani flavors or the new Powerade Extra Sour drinks. Be sure to check with the deli for chicken wings, pizza, and other meal specials. Win or lose, Drop-In is ready to celebrate your team with locations in Shiloh, Sandy Mush, Bostic, and 2 in Forest City. Drop-In food stores, celebrating home team victories since 1981.
Welcome back to RS Central High School here for Friday Night Football, sponsored by Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire. We're here at the Rick and Randy Show, and this is actually the halftime show. It is sponsored by the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County, managed by Matt Lauder with agents you can trust and rely on. Coach, it's just been a racetrack, hasn't it?
It has. You know, some people might say it's more of a track meet out here instead of a football game, but it's honestly, it's a situation of offenses working well as far as everything going good for them. Except for the fumbles, nobody's been stopped. It's, you know, fumbles, 3 fumbles altogether. And so it's a situation of the defenses can't stop their offenses either way, but it's a situation that I think they're going to really work on it at halftime and have it ready for second half.
Well, if you think, when I'm thinking in terms of Coach Ledford will be going crazy right now at halftime.
Oh, yes.
And because it's actually with the North Henderson, they're giving up, like the 10 to 12 to soft place.
Right.
And they're not pressing anything. But the Hilltoppers are giving up big plays.
Big chunks.
And it's like, say, in Pee Wee football, you're going to run the sweep until they stop it. And right now, when they run like they're going to run off tackle and then bounce it to the outside, there's nobody there contained. It's the same story that was happening with East Rutherford last week. But then it was almost like they were listening to us.
Right.
I don't know, the guys in the other room might have been listening to us, and because they were spotting, and they may have called it down, but they all of a sudden started firing an outside backer up, and he made him make a choice. When they turned back in, then the linebackers from the inside could get there and make the play.
Right. Well, mostly here, last week, of course, was more of the jet sweep and the sweep coming out there and making that thing happen. But
yes, sir.
This week, it's more of the zone read, this outside zone, and the back has the opportunity to take it out to the sweep. That's why they're blocking it. But in the zone blocking, of course, that there's an opening here. He finds an opening, he turns it back.
And that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. It's it's going wide, but then a cutback in there. And they got some very, very fast backs. And
They do.
Once you get open the field, it's kind of hard to tackle them.
Well, in RS2, when they get open,
oh yes,
they're gone.
Oh yes,
and they've had some really big long runs. Let's look at what the rest of the county's doing. We got Chase with a bye tonight, and East Rutherford has traveled to Blacksburg. And I saw that score a few minutes ago, and I can't find it now, but it seemed like East Rutherford was up. They're up now 14-6 over Blacksburg in the second quarter. And we're here at RS Central against North Henderson, and Thomas Jefferson has at home the Greenville Hurricanes, and I've not seen anything about that.
I've got zeros. It's homeschool team that's 0-0. Yes, I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, what I've got here with some other scores, McDowell and Mitchell, that's of interest because the Hilltoppers played McDowell last week. They're tied in the second quarter, 21-21, and Mitchell usually has a pretty good program up there, Coach.
That's true.
So we're looking at Burns, South Carolina, 18, and Irmo, 14. Asheville is trailing Dobbs Bennett Indians in Kingsport, Tennessee, a score of 14-7. Kings Mountain's up on Burns Bulldogs, 20-14, and West Henderson is trailing Hendersonville 12-0. Newton Conover 35-0 over Polk County in the second quarter, and there is no score at AC Reynolds and Maiden. It says it's in the first quarter, but I got my doubts somebody has not sent that in.
Right.
We're looking down here. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson and Greenville homeschool. They're saying it's first quarter 0-0, but we know there's got to be a difference in that. Lincoln Charter is trailing West Lincoln 26-21, and we have here T.C. Robertson is trailing Watauga 28-0 at the second quarter. And Madison is up on East Henderson 14-0. So we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back with the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County halftime show.
Olmsted Plumbing hopes you're enjoying the summer heat safely. Yes, it's officially summer. Time to plan for longer days and shorter nights. Maybe it's time for you to go plumb crazy and get that outdoor kitchen you've always dreamed of, or get an outdoor shower for the patio, or get that yard hydrant closer to the garden. Remember, preventative maintenance can avert a catastrophe this summer. But if you have a plumbing emergency, call the guys at Olmsted Plumbing, 828-245-7302. Online at olmstedplumbing.com. Get back to loving your plumbing and loving your summer. Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Bill Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherford invites you to head in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months and ask about rebates from $500 to $2,000 on select Bobcat mowers. Or you get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com. Some of the best deals of the year are awaiting you now during the back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture in Forest City. And with every $2.99 or more purchase, receive a free backpack bundle. And look for the manager's special tag throughout the store and get an extra 10% off. And buy here, pay here at Kimball's Furniture. No down payment and no credit required options are available. The back-to-school sales event at Kimball's Furniture, 207 East Main Street in Forest City, online at kimballs.com. No matter if you drive a classic or a brand new car or a so-called stump jumper or a tractor or lawnmower, you can always count on Tri-City Tire on Daniel Road in Forest City to keep you on the road. See them for your next set of tires, and they have the new top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art Hunter tire equipment, and they feature fast, friendly service. So if you're feeling flat, head to Tri-City Tire at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, located at 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 1 on Saturday. Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming into the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at tricityoutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Big game, big appetite. Swing by Mi Pablito for the ultimate victory. From sizzling fajitas to over 100 mouth-watering dishes, we've got you covered no matter your craving. How about fried ice cream, brownies, and funnel cake fries that will score big with your sweet tooth? Come see us at Rutherfordton and Forest City or order ahead at mepubs.com. Stay connected on Facebook and Instagram too at Mi Pablito Mex, because good food is always worth cheering for.
Welcome back to RS Central High School here as the Hilltoppers prepare to receive the ball. We welcome you back to the Rick and Randy show here. I'm Rick Millwood.
And I'm Randy Page. Welcome to the third quarter of the Mi Pablito Mexican Restaurant quarter sponsor. Your favorite Mi flavor, no huddle, no required.
And this is on WAGY 107.5 and KTC Broadcasting. We're live right now on YouTube and on Facebook. We thank you for viewing with us. So, and that's all brought about because of Chad Medford, the Chad's video service for all the video graphics and commercials. Chad makes our job here in the booth much easier. If you wanna have a video for a wedding, call Chad. Little pooch kick.
And that video is on YouTube on KTC Broadcasting.
And that ball was kicked all the way into the end zone. That was by Soto. It appeared like it was going up because I saw the Hilltoppers running up.
Yeah, well, the second wave touched the ball, but it almost knocked his arm off his goal.
It was like a line drive shot.
It was a bullet, yes.
Yeah. So that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Hilltoppers. They're going to start out at their own 20-yard line, and they're on our right, heading to the left toward the scoreboard and the field house. So here we go. We have to see. I got a feeling there was a lot of defense talk during that half by both teams, and so we're going to see what kind of adjustments have been made. Split, double split, and here we go. Option to the left, and Holly keeps it. He picks up 5 yards. Looks like maybe 6. He does, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Hilltoppers.
He's doing a great job as far as reading the option. I mean,
well, the thing that I like is he fakes that handoff underneath, and then he comes to option with his pitch man.
Yeah, but he's real. Thank you. He's real smart off of the option as far as he doesn't get the ball out there in danger or anything. He'll make him look like he's going to pitch it, but he'll still keeps it in tight. Far from the ball.
Holly back with the 2-back set, fakes the handoff, but no, he gives this time. He's making the read, and he hands that ball off to the first man through, and that appears to be number 10, Elijah Guzman. And he picked up, it looked like he picked up like 3 yards, so it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. And we're in the third quarter here of Mi Pablito third quarter. And we want to thank them for sponsoring each one of our quarters here. Holly takes a snap. He hands off to Jacob Smith, number 1, as he starts to take off around the right side. But there's somebody, looks like number 77 for the Knights, reaches out.
Miles Blanton.
And he grabs his jersey and drags him down for no gain.
Yeah, I thought it was a face guard to start off with. Face mask he grabbed, but the way he slung him around
He
so hard.
actually lost a yard on that play, and that's going to bring it back 4th and 3. So that's going to force the Hilltoppers into punt. That would be very dangerous to try to go for it here, starting the half with a tie score. Back. And it is a fake, and it's handed off on a reverse to Jacob Smith, and he has that ball all the way out to the 44-yard line, and that's a David Norris for District Attorney. First down, vote 2026.
You got to remember, Jim Ryan last year.
Well,
as far as what the book says, punt, don't fake it.
I was thinking that before, but it happened before I could say anything. I'm thinking, well, you're supposed to punt it, but I'm not sure he will.
Coach Ryan's, he's a different individual. He's a smart man.
Well, we said last year he kept scoring when we thought you were going to wait on the ball, and last year, and no, he just kept scoring. So here we go. Holly takes the snaps. He's back prepared to throw the ball, and he does throw it, but that ball is almost intercepted. I really think that Holly should have kept that ball and run it, tucked it under the left side.
Yeah.
He had all kind of running room.
He didn't get to read his keys in time. He had to get out here to get his late on the keys.
It took too long, and for him to throw a long ball, he has to get a lot of arc on it. He doesn't seem like he doesn't have a bullet arm.
Right. He's about 25, 30 yards
yeah,
in.
He's a short passer, and that made a big difference in that play. Holly back, 2nd and 10. And that's he fakes it, and Holly's off to the races. He's inside the 45-yard line of the Knights, and that's all the way down to the 44, and that's a David Norris for District Attorney. First down, paid for by David Norris.
Every time you think things are just settled down, boom, and here it goes again.
I know. So here we go. We've got Holly in the back field in the shotgun. He has Jacob Smith to his right, takes a snap. He's rolling to his right, prepared to throw, and he throws that one away. But I think he's going to get away with that because his arm was hit.
And number 7 was right there, Hillson. Coach, you're talking about different things. You know, Brad Hutchins used to be the head coach here at one time. He stepped down, but he's back with him now. He's the offensive coordinator, so a lot of the things they're doing, I mean, Jim will be more than glad for him to get the credit for a lot of the things happens offensively, but they're a good tandem that work together.
So here we go. We have Holly back and all set to his left. I think that's Guzman. And we have Smith and Smith to the left, and I believe we have
wide receiver jumped.
One of those Carolina Auto Finance penalties. Carolina Auto Finance has your dream car on the lot. Come and see Darren Vassey in Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
A receiver shouldn't be jumping off sides. They're leaving the huddle before the snap count's even said.
They're supposed to be watching the ball.
They're
supposed to be watching the ball. They're not supposed to be listening to anything.
But the guy inside
can't hear it.
The guy said if you're going jumping backwards, you know, it kind of gets a little tougher. They got another one.
I think everybody was leaning. They were leaning. Sure did. That is another Carolina Auto Finance, and they are family owned. And they will find a specialized financial plan in order to fit your lifestyle and your needs.
Okay, Holly's saying they're calling the snap count over there.
So that could be actually interference by the defense if they will call it. So we'll see what kind of adjustments going. We've got 2nd and 20 right now for the Hilltoppers, which is not out of the question.
Oh, no.
Motion backwards, ball's kept. He turns up to run. That is Holly all the way inside.
That's going to be a first down.
And that's going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty against the Knights. a hit out of bounds, and that should be a big 15-yarder, which should end up being a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers. It's just interesting to see where they mark it.
It's got to be 15. See the face
It has to
score.
be.
What official call?
So that's going to be all the way down to the 29-yard line of the Knights.
Can't believe this the clock's already down to 9 minutes. We hadn't had a score this quarter.
Yeah, I know. And that's in the third quarter, which is the Mi Pueblitos Mexican restaurant third quarter. So here we go. We've got one back set. Jacob Smith, number 1, to the left, and Holly in the shotgun, slot to the left, split to the right. Snap back. Hand it off to Jacob Smith to the right, and he's rumbling. He's rumbling through, missed tackles, and he made a miss, Coach, because he was just very elusive, and he takes that for a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers.
Looks like it's going to be on the 18-yard line.
Inside the 20, yes, sir. Maybe
they
17. I don't know. It's really close. So here we go with a first down for the Hilltoppers. That's a David Norris first down. All right. We have Holly back in the two-back set now to the right. And
reverse.
Coming with the reverse back
Reverse
around
pass.
to the left. And he was prepared to throw it, but he just keeps running inside the 10-yard line all the way down to the 8. And that's going to be close to another first down, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I think he's just a little bit short, maybe about a half a yard.
Yep.
It is. So it's going to be second and less than 1 for a first down. Yeah, he was prepared to throw that ball. It's going to be a reverse pass. But I guess the guy was covered, and he also saw a lot of green grass.
Right. He did a great job. I mean,
He did.
He could have thrown it, but
Well, you know what
better
can
off
happen
not.
is more things happen bad when you throw the ball than it can good.
Positive, that's right.
But he kept it and ran it and picked up 9.5 yards.
But the good things look so impressive.
Holly back in the shotgun. Smith, he hands off to Smith.
Ooh.
He goes up inside, and he's collapsed right there
Lost about 2.
the 10-yard line.
They were slanting across on that, and they just happened to catch him.
So that's going to be a 2-yard loss, and that's going to bring it back to about 2.5 for the first down. That's going to bring up third down. And I know they've been running around the end, and they're thinking they can slice back up the middle because they're thinking here they're coming around the end again.
Yeah, that was a dead inside zone there, just to be
But
inside
they just
the
got
guards.
too much penetration.
Yep. Like I said, the guy over here on the left guard come all the way across and made the play, backside.
So here we go. Back handoff. It's given to number 10.
Got a yard short.
And it's still going to be, that's Guzman, and he's going to be about a yard short. Fourth down. So what do we do now?
Well, they're putting the kicker's not out there, right?
Well, doesn't look like it.
Nope. It's
Looks
the
like we're in Wildcat.
Yeah.
That's number 2, Little John.
Oh, and jumped.
And now we had somebody illegal procedure. And this is what Coach Ryan talked about, you know, those mental mistakes. That's all about just paying attention, listening to the call.
Tough call here.
So that brings it back now. It's going to make it
4th and 6.
Yep.
Solid 6.
6.5, really.
Yeah. But it's a tough call here. You know, you try to take the lead, got a pretty good kicker, or do you try to, well, they got to go 90-something yards.
So here we go. It's still a Wildcat set. And looks like we have a timeout, and that's a Raymond James Financial timeout. And that is take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. See Matt and Deacon Bright for experienced guidance for a life well planned. And we'll be back in 1 minute.
There's a lot of advantage packed into your Ingalls Advantage card. For starters, you get great discounts and advantage pricing throughout the store. You build up fuel points to save big money at the pump. You can link it to a school of your choice to reward them with supplies they need. You get weekly sales alerts on items you buy the most when you sign up for Advantage Mail, and even special perks around the holidays. So get the advantage with your Ingalls Advantage card. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
14. All right, welcome back. Right now, RS Central's lining up for the field goal at a 20. It's going to be exactly a 30-yarder. And it's up.
James Giacobelli has made it. And that was a 30-yard field goal.
It was a 32-yard.
32-yard field goal. So, with how many minutes left, Coach?
I'm sorry, it's going to be 6 minutes and 58 seconds left.
And that brings the score to?
That's 31-28, RS Central.
31-28, RS Central. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff to the Knights.
At Fountain Electric, we believe every home deserves exceptional electrical service. We are trustworthy, reliable, and hassle-free. Integrity and customer focus are the main values that guide us. We aim to build lasting relationships with homeowners based on respect and mutual trust. Fountain Electric, lighting your home, elevating your life. Contact us today.
And Giacobelli is here preparing to kick off for the Hilltoppers to the Knights, and with the score now 31-28 favor of the Hilltoppers. And we're here at the Palace for WAGY Friday Night Football. Little pooch kicked about to the 18-yard line, and that ball is received by number 5. Ball is loose. And it appears that Central may have the ball. They have just signaled the Hilltoppers covered the ball, and that was number 4, Jordan Hulse, who hustled down the field and recovered the fumble because he was hit right on his arm and the ball came loose. This is an extraordinary opportunity for the Hilltoppers now, Coach.
Definitely it is.
They could end up, if they could punch it in from here after all those mistakes and overcome those things and not keep doing that, then they could end up pushing this to 10-point
ball game makes a big difference, which means
one.
The field goal was a great move
Absolutely.
instead of going for it.
Absolutely, good call. So here we got a David Norris for District Attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers, and they're starting from the 37-yard line of the Knights of North Henderson. Motion back to the left, fakes the handoff, and throws the ball quick to number 44, and he was covered, double covered, but I hate to tell you that number 2, Elmer Littlejohn, was wide open down the middle of the field. I don't know if he can throw it that far, though, Coach. I'm just, being honest.
But he broke back here about where he threw the ball. He could have seen if they flowed outside. Yeah.
If he could have thrown it on the break, you're right. He could have thrown it to the 20, and he could run under that and took it to the house.
Yeah, North Henderson's playing quarters back there, and the actual middle quarter guy went and covered the outside.
He did. They went the wrong spot. So here we go. Second down and 10 for the Hilltoppers. Holly back. Hands off to number 1, Jacob Smith, and he carries it over the 35-yard line down to the
that's 34. 34
right
yards.
inside of it, so it's going to be like 3rd and 8 or 7.5, something like that.
We got a player down.
We do have a officials timeout, and that is a Raymond James financial timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute for Friday Night Football with WAGY 107.5 FM.
Blue 42, Blue 42. Unlike football, life doesn't take a timeout, and anything can happen at any time. Unfortunately, anything isn't always a good thing. You need auto and life coverage and agents there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You need North Carolina Farm Bureau insurance. Timeout, not even in our vocabulary.
Rutherford County Farm Bureau is at 153 Reservation Drive, Spindale. Call 828-287-2428.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Hi, can I get a...
Okay, get in the McDonald's.
Ooh, can I get a...
Yeah, can I get a...
Go, Bubba, go!
Pick me! No, pick me! Hey, can I get a...
10-piece chicken McNuggets.
And what sauce would you like with that?
The time has never been better than now to purchase new mowers and power equipment at Hard Rentals in Forest City. This month, all Steel, Echo, and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers, 5% off on cash sales. And with the purchase of a new Skag mower, get a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty on commercial and residential mowers, including Kohler, Briggs, and Skag engines. Need a roll-off? Roll-off dumpsters are now $225 for one-day rentals. Offers in August 31st. Hard Rentals and Sales, 365 Oak Street in Forest City.
Welcome back, Friday Night Football. The ball was just snapped there. We got a fake sweep, and Holly kept the ball for an 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. It's going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 4th down and about 1, maybe 2.
The injured player for North Henderson was Brian Hernandez, number 56, but he left under his own power, and so that's a good sign. We have another player that's down at this time, and it looks like we're going to have to take another official timeout for injury.
Timeout.
We'll be right back in 30 seconds with Friday Night Football.
All of us have those old VHS tapes that contains precious memories of our families. Why not let Chad Medford of Chad's Video Service preserve those memories by putting those old tapes on DVD or creating a digital file video? Call today at 828-429-5148.
Celebrating 25 years in Forest City, Alliance Insurance Group has a goal to provide their customers with auto, property, motorcycle, business, health, and recreational insurance coverage that meets their needs at affordable prices. Alliance offers pay in person with a drive-through window or pay online or phone. Alliance is in the business of helping people. You'll save money, plus protect and preserve your financial future. See Alliance Insurance Group soon, located behind the mall, 130 Allendale Drive, Forest City.
Welcome back to RS Central High School as we're preparing with the Hilltoppers having a 4th and 1. Big play here after a turnover on the kickoff that the Knights fumbled, and now we have it back deep, and the ball. That's one of those yellow flags. And that's a Carolina Auto Finance, and it's going to be illegal motion against the Hilltoppers. So that's going to make it 4th and 6 for the Hilltoppers. It seems like they just shoot themselves in the foot, Coach, when it comes down to those critical times of short distance.
I think they've got the quick motion.
I mean, they can get the 6 yards. I don't have a doubt about that, but that drives a dead-gum offensive coordinator.
Oh,
crazy.
definitely. And the head coach, what do you do now? Of course, you don't kick it now.
No, you're in 4-down territory. So here we go. We got Holly back. He's prepared, takes the snap, and he throws a little hot pass to the inside, and that was the tight end, wasn't it, Coach? And that was number 14? Nope. What is that number? 44.
44.
44 is Jacob Hudgens. And he caught the ball to the inside, and that kicks it for a David Norris for District Attorney 1st down. Vote 2026, paid for by David Norris. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers, and that is at the 25-yard line. So we got a 2-back set, and it's kind of like a power eye from the shotgun.
Tight twins on the far side.
Handed the first man through, which is Guzman. And, Coach, that's the first time I've seen it look like the whole line of RS Central just moved them out.
Yeah,
they just moved them out, and it made me think about what's his name for East Rutherford. It got 3 yards gained before he ever got to him.
Yeah, that's exactly Pinkerton. That's
Pinkerton,
exactly.
yes, sir.
I mean, it's easy to get 5 yards when the line's moving at 3 yards.
That's right. So here we go. Holly back. He takes a snap. He fakes the handoff, and he keeps it himself and gets back inside the 20. So he may have gained a foot or two.
If he gave that, it was touchdown, though, Coach.
Yeah, I know. He was gone.
and that's the thing about when you're doing
It's
this
hard
on
when
read.
you're doing a read.
Early in the season,
Yeah.
especially, as far as to get all the keys down.
So that brings up a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, yes, sir.
So big play here. I know they don't want to have to do those 4th and 6 and 7s like what they've been having to do lately. So here we go. They get the signal from sidelines. Ollie's back. Still have that power to the left. Handed to Guzman inside, and he carries the ball, but I don't think he got enough for the first down.
Oh, no. Looks like I'm about 3 yards short up there.
So
We're just marking it.
they're going to mark it at, looks like the 17 or 18-yard
Yes,
line.
At that time, it was the same play, but he gave it, and it wasn't.
They did give him some forward progress, so that's going to bring down about a 1.5. It's going to be 4th and 1.5, and so that kind of brings us back to the same situation they had on the last series there. And we got under center, but no, we get the Wildcat, and that's Little John going, and he throws the ball out,
Oh, it's
incomplete. Oh no! They turn it over to the Knights. And the Knights take over at their own 15-yard line.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he was wide
he
open.
just didn't throw it high enough. It
Well,
tipped it.
yeah, and it was just too much of a straight line thing. If
too
he would have
flat.
got a little bit of loft on it, it was there. But I also think he could have kept it and got the first down, too, around the right end.
Right. There's 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and that, of course, is a me plebito.
That was one of those opportunities that you look back on, and that's a big play for the ball game. So here we go with Barry back, and he throws the ball and rifles it across inside, and that ball is broken up beautifully by number 12. It was intended for North Henderson, Boston Shepherd, number 3, and that was broken up by number 12, Isaiah Smith. Great play on defense.
It was.
Good coverage.
Good timing just as the ball got there.
Yes, sir. So here we go. And that actually was a David Norris first down. I think he's getting his money's worth, though.
He's got his money.
Anyway, so here we go with Barry back, number 2. Take the snap and shotgun, and he hands the ball off. Is that handed to number 5 or 10? That was number 20. Yeah, it was number 20. And that was Parker Willis. He hit the ground and the ball came out, but he had already hit the ground before the ball did come out. So he picked up, it looks like, about 6 to 7 yards. So that could be a long 3 or a short 4.
The contain again. They come up and had him, but to give him a little wiggle and missed the tackle.
Yes, sir.
And
you got to make your tackle.
And you got to turn him in.
Yep.
When he wiggled, he stepped inside, and he went outside.
He bounced outside. Yeah, because he took the inside hip instead of taking the outside hip. So here we go. Barry and shotgun takes a snap. That was a procedure if they would have called it. But Barry keeps the ball, turns it up, and he's close to the first down marker.
I think he's probably got it. 29 is where they're marking it.
So that is going to be a David Norris for district attorney first down. Vote 2026. It's going to be at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Clock is running here in the 3rd quarter. With how much time, Coach?
It's 2:20.
We're giving him a workout. 2:20 remaining in the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant, 3rd quarter. The Knights break the huddle. One back set to the left of Barry. Twins out to the left, and he prepares to throw to the left, and he throws it out into the flat to number 20, who is Parker Willis, and he takes the ball out of bounds. It looks about a yard short of the first down, all the way out to the 38-yard line. And the clock is rolling. Looks like well, I saw the guy in the back there cranking it.
Running, he shouldn't have.
Yeah. so. So here we go, second and about 1.5.
Got a flag on the field here.
And that is a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag. Illegal procedure on the Knights, and that's going to take them back 5 yards and going to make it about 6.5 to 7 for the Knights here. But it is second down, so that doesn't hurt them near as bad as it would be if it had been third down. So.
But you know, both defenses have gotten better because the offense hasn't been going wild like they did in the first half.
Yes, they have. They've tightened some things up a little bit. I'm still worried about that contain out here with the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, we still haven't got it. You're right.
Got twins out here.
See, here's
wide.
There's no contain right here right now.
Sure isn't. And the quarterback's running Barry. He's running as hard as he can to the right, and he takes that ball out of bounds about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line.
Yeah, they're hooking the end, and there's nobody out there.
Yeah.
So it's a free run for at least 10 yards that every time.
I mean, they've got two guys out here to cover, and they don't have anybody else that's going to contain.
Yeah, it looks like you're in cover 2 shell, but they're running number 1 off, so the corner's coming back with him.
Somebody's going to have to roll when they sit and run.
Yeah. Well, the backers are rolling. They're just not getting there. Okay, same situation. Now they've got somebody out here. But they don't have anybody on the other side. Yeah, there they got it.
Snap back to Barry. He keeps the ball up to the inside, and he is stopped short. Actually loses a yard, it appears to be.
Yep.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Knights. Interesting thing, because they're on their side of the 50-yard line, and it's inside. It's only at the 36. So interesting call here for Coach, and it looks like he's going for it.
Looks like it. 4th and 4.
So here we go with the Knights, 4th and 4. The Hilltoppers trying to stop.
They don't have contain on this side. The other side they do.
At all.
In fact, nobody's covering number 2 man either, if you look at it. The slot man down here, there's nobody on.
That is going to be a timeout. That's a Raymond James financial timeout. Need to see Matt and Deacon Bright for experienced guidance for a life well planned. We'll be back in 1 minute with WAGY and KTC Broadcasting, Friday Night Football.
Hey, when it's time to start looking for another vehicle, come and experience the difference and selection at Carolina Auto Finance. We're a family-owned and operated business for over 20 years. When you shop with us, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the family. Whether your credit is great, not so great, or you're just getting started, we've got options for you. We'll work with multiple lenders. We offer gap coverage and warranty contracts because buying a vehicle should feel good today and tomorrow. For honest service, affordable options, come see us at Carolina Auto Finance, where the deals are real and the people are even better. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Just like great teams are built on smart strategy, so are strong financial futures. At Freedom Financial Management, they help families, individuals, and business owners create winning game plans for retirement planning, investments, wealth building, and college savings. Start your winning financial game plan today. Freedom Financial Management. Play smart, live free. See your local financial advisor, Andrew Tisdale, at 269 North Washington Street in Rutherford. Call 828-980-7101 for Freedom Financial.
Welcome back. Barry takes the snap. He hands it off to number 10, and he gets close to the 40-yard line, which it appears that he may have gotten the first down. Pins on the spot, and I see where his foot is. That is at the 40. That's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney. First down for the Knights.
First down.
Good run.
It was a good run. He didn't give up because he was stopped short, and then he kept running his legs, and he powered on through the tackle. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 40-yard line.
We don't have contain up top. What we do, he's sitting there. Down here we don't have contain.
And the ball is handed off to the inside, and he crosses the 45-yard line. And we have one official marking it on the 45. So that's going to bring us to the end of the Mi Pueblito Mexican Restaurant third quarter. And that's going to take us into the Mi Pueblito fourth quarter and the final quarter. So we have the score right now, RS Central 31 and West Henderson, Coach. North Henderson.
I'm sorry.
He's writing the wrong thing down for me. Henderson.
I had to play East on Wednesday.
So North Henderson Knights, if I just looked and saw the purple, I knew exactly what it was, but we're going to be back in 30 seconds.
What's behind the green door in Forest City? It's the most honest, reliable insurance company in town, Green Insurance. See Ryan Green, an independent broker whose first goal is to provide great customer service and save you money, and lots of it. Green Insurance offers Medicare Part C and D, plus supplemental policies from all the top insurance companies. Green Insurance can help with marketplace plans and calculate tax credits based on your income to save you money at the end of the year. See Ryan soon at Green Insurance, 179 West Main Street in Forest City. Look for the green door.
Welcome back to the start of the Meepo fourth quarter as the Knights prepare with the 2nd down and 5 on their 45-yard line. And he fakes the ball, Barry does, and he keeps it around the right end, and he gets across the 50, still running. They run him out of bounds about the 43-yard line of the Hilltoppers. The Knights are trying to drive down and take the lead. And the Hilltoppers are doing their best to try to stop them, but they're making their alignments vulnerable around the outside.
They had the quarterback contained, but he just gave him a little wiggle and got away. So,
well, and I'm just thinking, they're jamming the inside.
Mm-hmm.
They're packing everybody inside, and the outside's what's hurting them. So, I don't know. It's one of those, if you do, if you don't.
Well, in the first quarter, a few of those inside, like right there.
And Barry keeps the ball, and he's off to the races running, and he's run through about 4 tackles, left a slew of Hilltoppers on the ground, and he takes it all the way down to the 22-yard line of the Hilltoppers, and that's a David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Knights. And the clock is rolling. Now plenty of time in the fourth quarter, Meepo fourth quarter. And we'd like to thank Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire for sponsoring Friday night football Friday night. And the ball's handed off to number 20, is around the left end, and they just don't have any contain, Coach. They don't have any contain. That's Parker Willis. He carries it now for another first down, and that's going to bring up David Norris for District Attorney first down. It's 1st and goal from 5. I couldn't see who made the tackle on that play, but they missed a couple of tackles too. So here we go. We're looking 5 yards to go. It's 1st and goal for the Knights of North Henderson. Barry takes a snap. He hands it off to number 20. And they had him hit in the backfield, but he got away and shook off. That's Willis, Parker Willis, number 20, for the Fountain Electric touchdown. Now that takes the score to 34 for the Knights of North Henderson, and that's 31 for the Hilltoppers. We have Soto out to make the attempt for the extra point try. Snap, spot, kick is blocked. Kick is blocked. That means that makes it a 3-point game.
34-31 with 10:42 left to go in the game.
34 to 31. We're back in 30 seconds at WAGY 107.5 FM.
Kohl's Carpet and Flooring since 1989 has been family owned and operated, providing affordable quality flooring. Kohl's has a huge showroom full of colors and styles, including water-resistant luxury plank vinyl and water-resistant laminate flooring. Quality hardwood by Bruce, carpet by Mohawk and Shaw, all price ranges. Flooring that'll look great for years to come. Kohl's offers free quotes and professional installation. 196 Chase I Road, Forest City. Visit Kohl's Carpet and Flooring soon.
Welcome back to RS Central High School at the Palace here as the North Henderson Knights have just taken the lead 34-31 over the Hilltoppers. We're here in the fourth quarter. I couldn't tell you how much time's left, Coach, but it's the Meeple fourth quarter because I can't see the scoreboard. But 10:42 remaining. Thank you, Chad. And Soto is preparing to kick off. He's surveying the field to see where he wants to kick it. He's kicked it all different ways. So as they prepare, Soto approaches and kicks, and he kicks a line drive that's going to go over the head of deep return guys. I can't talk, Coach. And it bounced into the end zone, which is going to now spot the ball at the 20-yard line for the Hilltoppers. And that'll be a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers. Now the Hilltoppers have to respond. They have to respond right here. They had a great opportunity in the first half where they got a turnover and they could have made it a 10-point lead. That wasn't the first half, wasn't it, Coach?
Yeah.
At the end of the first
Oh,
half.
great run.
Ball is handed off. Yes, sir. It's handed off to Smith. And he takes the ball all the way up to the 27-yard line, it appears, where the mark is. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. For the Hilltoppers. Holly's back. 2-back set. We're still in that deep pistol look, but with a power back to the right. And that takes Smith around the right side. He goes out of bounds on the 35-yard line. That's going to be a David Norris for a district attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers. Unless something's happened here that I did not see. Because I don't see a flag. But the officials are together talking.
Zebras are huddling, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. That's not always a good thing.
Could be,
especially after a big play.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a coin toss right now. So, unsportsmanlike against the Knights of North Henderson.
Big play.
That's going to be 15 yards tacked on to the end of that run. That's going to take the ball to the 50-yard line.
Looks like we've got a
it appears.
Situation here.
It is.
All the way up to the 50-yard line.
So that's a David Norris for district attorney, first down for the Hilltoppers, all the way out to the 50-yard line. And now they've got some momentum rolling toward the end zone. So here we go. 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, the Meeple fourth quarter. The ball is faked off by Holly, and he takes the ball inside the 30-yard line all the way down to the 27-yard line, it appears. And that's going to be a David Norris first down. David Norris for district attorney, first down. Vote 2026, paid for by David Norris. So here we go, 1st and 10 again. And that's what the Hilltoppers kind of had when they've been rolling. First down, first down, first down. So here we go. Smith, number 1 to the left of Holly. Shotgun, snap. Hand it off to Smith, and he's around the right side inside the 20-yard line or right at the 20-yard line. So that's going to bring up, it looks like a 2nd down and 3. That's a big run, Coach.
It definitely was.
Gone to sleep on me, Coach.
I'm trying to get the scores train to get the scores in here. I keep telling me I'm off the server.
Yeah,
I'm here with you.
I've got mine on.
Okay. Mine just, for some reason, it says unable to connect to them.
So here we go. I don't know if it's been updated, but I've got Chris 21 and Shelby 7 at halftime.
Oh Lord, it thing.
What happened, Coach?
He had a slant wide open across there to the middle, but the ball was knocked down. It was wide open.
So that's going to bring up he kept it. He ran it because they picked up a yard.
Somebody picked it up. I mean, the ball was beat around, so undoubtedly one of the guys caught it and fell in there because it was knocked down. It was touched. Now, see the official back there? He was standing right there with nobody. That's how close people were to him right there. That's
going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Hilltoppers. That looks like the 19-yard line.
Yes.
19-yard line. So here we go. Holly back in the shotgun. Jacob Smith to his right. Power back. And Holly keeps it, and he's hit immediately. Ooh, I don't know about that, Coach. They blew the whistle dead when he was hit, and he bounced out off the tackle.
They blew the whistle Wednesday against us when they grabbed our quarterback's towel and wouldn't call it an inverted whistle.
Wow. So that's going to bring up
4th and 2, maybe 3.
3. Because
third,
they marked it at 20.
It's
third.
It's 4th
no, it's
down,
4th down. That was 3rd down.
He tried to
big play right here.
Yeah, that was basically going to be a quarter.
This is one of those this make or break kind of play here. We have a timeout by the Hilltoppers, and that is a Raymond James Financial timeout. You need to go by and take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At Raymond James, we believe in the power of freedom. The freedom to invest in your future, to make choices that align with your goals, and to pursue success with confidence. Experience the freedom to invest, the freedom to make choices, and the freedom to pursue your success with our dedicated team. Contact us today. Raymond James, life well planned.
Call Wilson Septic Service for bad smells or slow drains. They're the company with the most experience keeping systems clean and customers happy since 1962. From septic pumping, inspections, repairs, installs, and holding tank rentals. Wilson Septic Service does it all, fast and affordable. Remember, avoid flushing sanitary pads, flushable wipes, know your tank's location, and never build or plant anything on your tank or drain field. Call 828-245-9387. Wilson Septic Service, number 1 in the number 2 business.
He got it.
Okay, Holly dropped back to pass, but he couldn't find the open receiver, and he tucks it under, and it appears that he may have the first down. Want to wait until the spot in motion. Yes, that is a David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Hilltoppers. That's all the way down to the 16-yard line of the Knights of North Henderson. And I got to keep saying North Henderson, Coach. I'm not looking at anything you write down anymore. I'm looking at that purple, and I know who they are.
That's right.
Because North's purple, blue for west, green for east, and Hendersonville's red. So here we go. 2 back set. Hands off to Guzman inside, and he was rumbling and tumbling. He got hit hard a couple of times, but it looks like he picked up 5 yards, Coach. That was a hard run.
Very hard. He got hit and kept turning, yeah. He's doing a good job.
Well, they got 4 is what they're giving him. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Hilltoppers. I did say that was a David Norris for district attorney first down, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We got under 7 minutes to go in the game right now.
All right, that's in the Mi Pueblito Mexican restaurant, 4th quarter. So here we go. We've got Jacob Smith to the left. We got a H-back to the right. Handed off to Smith up the middle, and he's scooting down to the 5-yard line, it appears. And that should be another David Norris for district attorney. First down for the Hilltoppers.
First down.
Indeed, that's exactly what happened. So that's going to have a 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers. from the 5-yard line with the clock running, and we want that clock to run now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's down to less than 6.5 minutes now.
So 6.5 left in the Mi Pueblito fourth quarter, and we're preparing here for the first down play. We got a pistol set eye, and it's handed off.
Touchdown.
That's touchdown, Hilltoppers. That is a Fountain Electric touchdown. They also offer Fountain Auto. There's more information at fountanelectric.com.
Tell you what, Smith came through there like a bullet that time. The hole was huge, Coach.
Coach, what is the Raymond James Financial scoreboard right now?
The scoreboard right now is 34-37. RS Central with 6:06 left.
Yacovelli up, kick, and it is blocked. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it falls short.
3-point ball game.
Still a 3-point ball game. Anybody's game right now. So here we go. You would love to be able to make it 4 so that they've got to score a touchdown to beat you. So that's the important thing about getting those
and
kicks.
Their kicker seems to be strong, but I'm not sure he can get the ball up and strong enough.
You're right, but Yacovelli been getting the ball up so high on those extra points that surprised me that was so low.
Right.
That they were able to block it. So here we go. We're just going to stay right here, and we're going to prepare for Yacovelli to kick off to the Knights. And you never know what's going to happen tonight, Coach. Whether one's going to be run all the way back or whether it's going to be fumbled or what. So we're just, it's an exciting night here at RS Central, here at the Palace. So here we go. Yacovelli onside kicks it, but it is covered up by number 28 for North Henderson, and that is Dylan Brown. And the ball, that gives them excellent field position here at their own 47-yard line. And that still brings us to the Raymond James Financial. Take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. See Matt Deaconbright for experience guidance for a life well planned scoreboard. That is a David Norris first down. David Norris for District Attorney first down for the Knights at their own 47-yard line. Barry's back in the shotgun. He has number 20 all set to his right, and he hands it to 20 up the middle. He's hit hard after about a 6-yard gain, but there is going to be a Carolina Auto Finance penalty flag on the field. And that Carolina Auto Finance has your dream car on the lot. Like new super sharp cars, trucks, and SUVs can be yours with a specialized financial plan.
That's 15 yards. 15 yards against RS Central.
That's face mask penalty, and that's going to be tacking on. Looks like 5 yards. It was an incidental face mask. He just grabbed it and didn't jerk it. So I guess that was a break for the Hilltoppers, that it wasn't more. But that brings up a David Norris for District Attorney first down at the 43-yard line of the Hilltoppers. Barry back with motion coming across his face from right to left. And he prepares.
He picked that off.
Nope. That was number 12 who broke in front of the intended receiver, and that was
Isaiah Smith.
Yes, Isaiah Smith made a great play, and the ball bounced up in the air, and I thought he had intercepted it, but it fell to the ground, incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for North Henderson. So as they break the huddle, coming to the line, they've got a slot to the left, split to the right, one back set. And that's number 20 in the backfield with Barry. and he hands it to number 20 going around the right end, and that's Parker Willis.
It's going to be close.
Parker Willis never did get contained.
It'll be very close to first down. Let's see what the official mark is.
Appears to be maybe a third and
Nope.
about.
They
Nope,
give it to
they
him.
actually marked it as a first down. That's a David Norris for District Attorney first down. Vote 2026. Paid for by David Norris.
The Raymond James Financial scoreboard is 5 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the game.
And that's for the Me Pablito fourth quarter. So here we go with Barry back in the shotgun. He fakes to Willis, throws out to number 19. That is Alex Hubbard, and that's complete. It looks like maybe a 4-yard gain. Gonna bring up like 2nd and 6.
Down to under 5 minutes in the game. Ball's on the 30-yard line.
So here we go. 5 minutes remaining in the Me Pablito fourth quarter. And we have Barry here, number 2. Back in the shotgun. Slot to the left, split to the right. Willis to his left. Takes the snap. And he hands it off. And Willis is hit dead in the backfield. And he loses about 2 yards. And it looks like he's going to take it all the way back almost to the line of scrimmage.
The original line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
yes.
original line of scrimmage. No, they marked it about 9. So 3rd and 9 for the Knights of North Henderson.
4 minutes to go in the game.
And that's 4 minutes in that Me Pablito fourth quarter. You're going to have to help me with these sayings here, Coach.
I know. I'm slack today.
Here we go. Snap back to Barry. He prepares to throw, and he's hit just as he does throw. And the ball is up. And it is caught for a touchdown. And that, my friends, is a Fountain Electric touchdown, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. They also are offering Fountain Auto. More at fountanelectric.com. So we now have Soto preparing for the extra point, and these are critical extra points right now. It's either a 3-point lead or a 4-point lead, depending on this kick. They have one man short on the field, and so they're hustling on. As time is ticking. Snap, spot, kick, and it is blocked.
We're going to have offsides on that point answer.
Well, I can't hear it up here, so all right. We have another penalty here. That's Carolina Auto Finance penalty. They're family owned. Go see Darren Vassey in the game for a great deal on a car or truck without penalty. Lowe's Boulevard, Forest City.
Changing your mind, going for 2, it looks like.
Okay, now they've moved the ball up half the distance.
But what's the difference between 2?
Well, Coach, I mean,
maybe they feel better about the 2.
Yeah. Well, they've had 2 things blocked, you know, so, and they think maybe that's getting in his head a little bit. And to tell you the truth, they might have a better chance at the 2 than they do with the 1. So
that's true.
Here we go. It's a tight huddle. They're really close to the line of scrimmage, and they hustle to the line of scrimmage. Barry back with Willis to his left. Takes a snap, and that's another flag. I heard the whistle that time. Or was that a timeout? That is a Raymond James Financial timeout. Take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. See Matt, excuse me, and Deacon Bright for experienced guidance for a life well planned. Take a break for 30 seconds.
If you're looking for a great deal on a late model vehicle, come see us at L&L Auto Sales in Ellenboro, where salvage title rebuilds mean serious savings. We specialize in clean, reliable late model rebuilds that look and drive like new for thousands less than retail. Whether it's that SUV you always wanted or that diesel truck, come see what's in stock. Check the Facebook page. Call Alex Ledbetter to see what L&L Auto Sales may have for you. 828-447-0181.
I mean, when it's long, you can't say. Here we are back for the extra point try, and the Knights are lining up to go for two. The ball has been moved half the distance to the goal, and we're preparing for the snap. Snaps back. Barry takes the ball to the left, and he's going to make it, Coach. That's 2 points, which brings it as a 5-point lead. And we're going to the Raymond James scoreboard here, Raymond James Financial Scoreboard. You need to see Matt and Deacon Bright for an experience of guidance for a life well planned. The score is
42-37.
Favorite.
North Henderson with 3:36 left to go in the game.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds at KTC Broadcasting.
Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Welcome back to RS Central. We are here with the Knights of North Henderson preparing to kick off to the Hilltoppers. They have just taken the lead, and it is North Henderson 42-37 for the Hilltoppers. So we still have a tight ball game. It's all in the Hilltoppers' hands. The ball's kicked deep, and it's kicked back to the 2-yard line, and that ball is being brought back by #1, Jacobs Smith, but he paused right there, Coach. If he could have taken it hard back to the right, bounced it, he would have been, but he slowed down.
He would have got at least 30
at least. But he gets the ball out to the 20-yard line. He could have let it bounce into the end zone. But they're starting 80 yards to go, and we have how much time left in the
3:30.
Maple Bledo fourth quarter, and that's Friday night football fans of Maple Bledo. Now that's a winning combination. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. We have Holly in the backfield there, #14, the quarterback, and he's got Jacob Smith to his left. Have a slot to the left and a split to the right with the H-back to the left. Ball's back, preparing to throw, but there was a whistle. That's a Carolina Auto Finance penalty there, illegal pursuit.
No, they didn't mark anything.
No, they didn't mark anything. They just blew the whistle. So here we go, starting. And it's back, and he prepares to throw, and he does throw, completed to Smith, and that was a late hit, but they didn't call it.
Nope.
He hit him after he was laying on the ground. So here we go. I'm not so sure they need to worry about passing every play right now, Coach.
No.
Well, they've been picking up yardage running it.
It's down to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but if you're down the inside of minute and a half or something, yeah, you got to do that.
Main thing's first down.
Yeah, that's right. That brings up a 2nd and 11 because they lost a yard on that play. Ball's handed there to Smith, and he turns it to the right, and he brings it up inside almost, it looks like, to the 23-yard line, 22-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Hilltoppers. So Holly's getting the call from the sideline. Have a change in personnel. Here we go. Clock is running. And we're slot to the left, slot to the right. throws the ball and throws it deep, and nobody's going to get it. It was way out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hilltoppers. There can a lot be said, but I don't need to say anything.
4th down here for the Hilltoppers.
I just scratched my head on that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to get the first down, or the clock doesn't matter.
Yeah. That was a deep ball, and I don't know. They've had a lot of things they've been successful with. They've definitely killed them with the reverse because they over pursued. But the clock is running right now.
Shouldn't be incomplete pass. Incomplete.
Well, I'm talking about the clock running over for the play clock. All right, he's ready to throw, and he does throw.
Intercepted.
But that ball is intercepted or incomplete. Well, it's better off for North Henderson to be incomplete because they end up picking up 3 more yards going the other way. So North Henderson now is taking over at the Hilltopper 22-yard line, and that gives them a great opportunity to ice this game. How much time is remaining, Coach?
Is 2 minutes exactly.
2 minutes remaining, 2-minute drill.
We've got 2 timeouts left, I think.
2 timeouts remaining. So that is the Raymond James Financial Scoreboard. For a life well planned, you need to see Matt and Deacon Bright. They have many years experience, and they take a timeout and call on them at Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. Barry, number 2, is back with Willis, number 20. Hands off to Willis inside, and he's dropped immediately at the 21-yard line. So there's no pickup for North Henderson, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10, and that has a Raymond James Financial timeout for the Hilltoppers, and they should have 1 more, but you need to take a timeout and call on Raymond James Financial Services in Forest City. See Matt and Deacon Bright for experienced guidance for a life well planned. Let's just stay right here right now, and we're going to see how this pans out, because we're in less than 2 minutes now, and this has been a very good ball game.
Well, right now,
we're even pulling for the home team.
North Henderson is going to have to get a first down.
Yes, sir. They do run the clock
or give up the ball.
Yeah,
because it's they've got two more plays to do it, and they'll have 1 more timeout, so they won't have a chance to run the clock out unless they get a first down.
I know where I'd run it, but anyway. Yes, sir, exactly. Here we go. Barry takes a snap, and he hands it to the right, and Willis is never going to be contained, and he gets way down inside the 5-yard line.
Right on the 5, Coach.
Right on the 5. And that's going to be a David Norris for District Attorney first down for the North Henderson Knights. And it's not looking good for the Hilltoppers right now, our hometown Hilltoppers. So we've got a bunch set over here to the left, and they're getting right now in victory formation.
Got a minute and a half left.
Got a minute and a half left. They've only have 1 timeout left, but that picking up the first down pretty much did them in.
Yeah. In fact, they really don't want to score, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, they want to run it out, because if they scored, well, they're still going to push it up beyond what the Hilltoppers can probably do. But there's an opportunity when you allow them to get the ball back.
Right.
Because they can onside kick it and, anything else. So it just Barry takes a knee from the shotgun snap, and now they'll have to back up a little bit, and the clock is still running. So we have 50 seconds remaining in the Meepo-Bleeto 4th quarter tonight. And if your favorite Meepo-Bleeto flavor, no huddle required, order online at meepubs.com. Still the victory formation. Barry back, probably about 4 yards deep in the backfield, and then he has Willis probably about 8 yards behind him. Ball snap back, and Berry takes a knee.
That'll do it.
And that's going to be the last play of the game. Final score
is North Henderson High School 42, RS Central 37. As time runs out on the Raymond James scoreboard.
Well, Coach, I'm just kind of. It's almost like what we talked with Coach Ryan before about last week. The same thing kind of happened tonight.
Right.
Mistakes, penalties.
The mistakes early on didn't hurt them.
Yeah, they did.
But later on made a big difference.
But like I said, that key play.
Yep.
When they didn't take it by 10, and they ended up getting stubbed up there, I have to say that that was a big play. So let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back with the post-game show, and we'll name our player of the game.
Listen up, folks. Let me give you some good advice. For home building projects, Henson Building Materials in Forest City is where the pros go for a good reason. Henson's has #1 grade lumber of all kinds, including treated lumber, plywood, tools, roofing, cabinets, windows, and doors. Everything you need for your project, large or small. Delivery same or next day. Take my advice and go to Henson Building Materials. You'll hit the nail on the head. 177 Duke Street, Forest City. Vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026. A Rutherford County native, David Norris has 30 years of legal experience with nearly 23 in the District Attorney's Office as an Assistant DA. David has proven his ability to fight and prosecute difficult cases. David Norris is a veteran of 16 years serving in the U.S. Army. If you believe that our criminal justice system needs change, vote David Norris, District Attorney, March 2026, paid for by David Norris for District Attorney.
Looking to refresh your wardrobe and make a difference in your community? Visit the Rutherford County Habitat for Humanity Clothing Center. Discover fantastic deals on clothes, jewelry, luggage, and shoes, all while supporting a great cause. Every purchase helps provide safe, affordable housing for families in need. Shop today and uncover unique finds that make you look good and feel even better. Visit 269 West Main, Forest City, or call 828-299-3118.
Ready for a career change, new skills, or finishing what you started? Now's the perfect time at Isothermal Community College. If you live in Polk or Rutherford County, your education could be free with a Powers Promise or Next NC Scholarship. Explore programs in healthcare, skilled trades, IT, business, and more with little to no cost for qualifying residents. Fast-track options like truck driving and EMS get you working quickly. With flexible schedules, online classes, and strong support, your dream is within reach. Visit isothermal.edu or call today to learn more.
That could be happening in your backyard with a stop at Pool Supplies Unlimited in Allenborough. Pool Supplies Unlimited specializes in above-ground pools, and they carry products for in-ground pools. Plus, see their selection of hot tubs in stock. Get free water testing, and they have all your pool chemicals. So dive in now to Pool Supplies Unlimited, 125 East U.S. Highway 74 Business in Allenborough. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, Saturdays from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Closed on Wednesday. Call 828-453-8081 and like them on Facebook too.
Welcome back to RS Central High School here for Friday Night Football at the KTC Broadcasting and WAGGY 107.5 FM. This is Ricky Millwood and Randy Page, and Randy, don't step on my toe and pinch it off here. We'll be all right. But we have the Hilltoppers losing a close one tonight, and it was a real track meet for quite a while. And but the second half saw some changes in the defenses for each team, and there was a lot more defense played than there was in the first half. The final score is North Henderson 42, RS Central 37. And when we started talking about who was player of the game for RS, it came down to two names, and that was Rylan Holly,
quarterback, yes sir,
and Jacob Smith. And Jacob Smith He was the one, the shining bright thing. So
both of them did a great job.
They both did a great job, but we're going to name Jacob Smith as the player of the game for the RS Central here tonight. And we want to thank the sponsors, who is Stanton Enterprise McDonald's, and they sponsored the player of the game. They have locations in Rutherford County that are open 24 hours a day, and they're home of those world-famous fries. Well, Coach, we finished week 2 here of the football season here, the high school football season for Rutherford County football. And where are we going to be at next week?
We're going to be going to Chase High School, and as Chase takes on Blacksburg High School, that's right.
And that's the same bunch that East Rutherford played tonight, so that's going to be an interesting matchup. We saw Blacksburg and Chase both in that jamboree down in Gaffney, and so Blacksburg didn't look too bad.
They were a good team,
Yeah,
very good team.
I don't have a score on anything from any of the other schools. I can't find it. Just everything with the internet's kind of bogged up with us. So if we could, if we find those out, I would be glad to pass them on. But I don't have a clue right now.
Yeah.
But let me see here. I can't even get it to work. So
last I saw, TJ was losing on this one, and East was winning the last time it came up on mine. So
okay.
Well,
we want to thank you for spending time with us here tonight at KTC Broadcasting and WAGY 107.5 FM. We want to also thank Chad Medford, because he did all the video service for all the video graphics and commercials. Chad makes it easier for us. And if you're getting married soon, or if you want to convert your old treasured VHSs to DVD or a video file, just give Chad a call at 828-429-5148. We also want to thank all of our sponsors, and that's Ingalls Markets, low prices, love the savings. Shop save, be rewarded with your Advantage card.
And penalties by
Stanton Enterprises, McDonald's, locations in Rutherford County, open 24 hours a day, home of those world-famous fries.
And yes, penalties is Carolina Auto Finance. The Carolina Auto Finance has your dream car on the lot, like a new super truck.
And we also want to thank Tri-City Outdoor Power and Tri-City Tire for sponsoring the Friday night football.
And Me Pueblito for being the quarter sponsor, all 4 quarters. Friday night football fans and Me Pub, that's a winning combination.
And we also want to thank David Norris for District Attorney for First Downs, and Vote 2026 paid for by David Norris.
Special thanks to Raymond James Financial for the timeouts that picked up this week. Take a time out and call Raymond James Financial Services for our city. You need to see Matt and Deacon Bright for experience guidance.
And they also sponsored the scoreboard, Raymond James Financial did. Fountain Electric sponsored the touchdowns, providing electrical services and contracting across the region. Also offering Fountain Auto, more at fountainelectric.com.
The halftime show was sponsored by the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County, managed by Matt Lauder, with agents you can trust and rely on.
And as we said, the player of the game is Jacob Smith, sponsored by Stanton Enterprises and McDonald's. We want to thank everybody, and we want to make sure that we do a better job next week.
We're going to work on it. We're still rusty on it right now.
And here's what we've got right here for next week. We'll be at the Chase High School for the Blacksburg game, but East Rutherford has college prep, and I can't remember.
I think that's Tennessee team coming down.
It's college prep and learning something. And then RS Central has a bye next week, and Thomas Jefferson has a bye. So there'll be only 2 games in the county next week, and they're actually both at home for East Rutherford and Chase. So we want to thank you again for joining us and putting up with us, and hopefully we'll have a great show next week, and we'll be down at Chase, some of our old stomping ground.
Definitely.
And we'll at least get to see some more folks that we're familiar with and be able to reminisce.
Before we get off here, we want to let you know that RS Central did a great job tonight. They just had some breakdowns. Like I said, the penalties at the end, it was a game. They could have won. Our coach talked about before the game. He was talking about the penalties makes a big difference, and it comes to show in the second half. These guys are a great team. They're hard workers, a great team. They just need to keep their head up and get ready for next week.
Well, in the things that where mistakes were, they are correctable mistakes.
And they're off next week too.
And that's right. And that's the good thing, because they're off. They'll be able to work on these things, and they'll be able to study the film and see where their breakdowns were, and be able to correct those. So, and we wish them the best of luck, because we're going to be back up here, and we're going to be covering them. They've got a good team.
Oh, definitely.
And they show a lot of potential. So we want to thank you again. I'm Ricky Millwood.
And I'm Randy Page.
For the Rick and Randy Show on WAGY 107.5 FM. Good night.